Hey everybody, it's another edition of Monday Night Mayhem!
Woo!
What's up everybody? Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Jeff from Super Geeked Up. This is the weekly stream we do where we play all different kind of fun role-playing games. We usually switch back and forth between Dungeons and Dragons, and right now we're doing, on the other weeks, we're doing a game called Lady Blackbird, which is a cool steampunk rules light game. If you're interested in checking it out, it's actually it's a free download at the 1-7 Design site. You can find that very easily if you search Lady Blackbird. There's also a link on our website, supergeekedup.com. You can get right there. And there's also a lot of information on Lady Blackbird and our characters on our website as well, all that good stuff. Speaking of those characters, we're going to introduce those right now. Almost all these characters are all pre-gen ones that the site provided that these guys are playing. I am your GM for the evening for this game, and then I'll catch you up on what's been going on in the story. We've got 5 sessions we did before this, so nothing too crazy in terms of not as many as a D&D anyway that we've done, which we've been doing for a very long time now. But all the shows you can catch up on our website on the synopses and stuff if you were interested in checking that out. In the chat, we have a live chat, by the way. I already see some people are in there. Decrodius, Victor, Lister's and mate Chris, and Bro Ties. Oh boy, right off the thanks guys, that's awesome. Right off the bat, you guys are raring to go. That's right. Bro Ties was actually in our Super Geeked Up chat on Wednesday, and he said he hadn't been able to watch Mondays in a while, so he's back. Well, we are too. Thank you, sir.
Welcome back.
Welcome, bro.
Yeah. I want to say, Bro Ties, remind me though. I think he may have been the one who suggested the superhero we used in a game of Super Geeked Up called Lubrication Application Man, which I had to play that character. Which sounds like something Tripp would suggest, actually.
I'm not going to lie, I was hearing a little bit of Stephen Lynch's superhero going on during that.
Although our own Somnus, actually, he suggested the crisis our superheroes had to face, which was an ice cream shortage during a heat wave. That is what Lubrication Application Man and Spelling Bee Woman, those are the 2 heroes. They had to solve the ice cream shortage.
I love it.
Yeah, you can check that out. It's right on our website, the latest Super Geeked Up episode. It's actually right on the homepage of supergeekedup.com. It was a lot of fun.
Now I really want to know how you solved the situation, even though it'd be a spoiler, I guess.
Oh, you got to watch.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
It's a short segment, folks. You can watch. It's near probably in the first, it's around 10 minutes or so into the show. I'm probably going to edit that section and post it as well as its own separate segment for people to watch if they like.
So if you want to see some very cold lube, check it out.
Yes. God.
I'll save it with this cold lube. Sorry.
All right. Well, let me introduce the other people on this show, the other disturbed individuals. Starting with the most disturbed, let's go to Tripp.
Oh, sure. Speaking of lube, we ended last session with a sex session. Oh. Anyway.
All right. Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll get into that.
No, it is not. It's not that graphic. So anyway, I'm playing Cyrus Vance, who is the captain of the airship that we're kind of focused on, the Owl. I'm an ex-Imperial soldier that's turned smuggler, soldier of fortune. Our characters have these different keys. My particular keys are key of the commander. Since I am a captain, I expect people to take orders and actually do what I say. One of the main character traits that I have, though, is I have a hidden longing for Lady Blackbird, who currently we are trying to whisk away to her betrothed, an infamous pirate king. But, of course, I would much rather win her heart. And on this last adventure, it seems like maybe I did win her heart. So we'll see what happens. I think that's enough for now for Cyrus Vance.
All right, we will see. And yeah, I'll catch you up, folks. By the way, in the chat, everyone's talking about Ghostbusters for some reason. I don't know, but it's very appropriate for our last session where these guys had to deal with ghosts, actually, in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Slimer, too. Slimer, I love Slimer, man. Anyway, all right, let's go.
He's awesome.
Yes, particularly in the cartoon, the real Ghostbusters cartoon, Slimer was my favorite. Like he was.
You know that's all up on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Sweet. Oh, I gotta watch it again then, man. That's awesome.
And if you're a real sicko and you encounter a ghost but you have no lube, no, I'm not going there. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, Cyrus, who Trip is playing, is in the lower center of your screen. That's the picture of him. To the left of him is Kale Arkham, and he is played by Marks.
Yeah, so he's a burglar and petty sorcerer. He's the first mate and the mechanic of the owl. So I have burglar abilities, tricky in a fight, some petty magic, some like dark spells, light spells, and I can rig up some stuff here and there. But he's got some keys of greed. Kind of likes the shiny things. He's also a mission to safe deliver Lady Blackbird, and key of fraternity. Is sworn kind of a brotherhood bond with Vance, the captain, and then I got a few secrets up my sleeve. So,
ooh, very secretive. All right. Actually, all the characters do have something called secrets, which are like special kind of moves they can do. Often once per session is how it works. You'll see that happen.
We've heard of Victoria's secrets. Well, in this game, it's Kale's secrets.
he owns his own men's lingerie line.
Yes, for all your gentleman lingerie
models. Victor the chat says Cyrus has won the Lady Blackbird's heart. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe
he's been working on it for a while.
She pulled me in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Assuming that I don't throw him right back out.
Yeah. He just wanted to help her with the feng shui.
No.
Anyway, well, speaking of the character who may be throwing him on his ass, let's go to the character of Naomi. She's in your upper right of your screen. That's played by Somnus.
So Naomi was a slave, basically thrown into the pit fighting arenas by the Empire. She spent a lot of time beating people to death in the arena before she was freed of that life by Lady Blackbird, and has been a loyal bodyguard to her ever since. And she's fought in every case to get her out of harm's way or to keep us moving away from trouble wherever possible. So she's been off doing some other things lately. I'm not exactly sure what, because I missed a few sessions, but I guess she's finally gotten back and is probably going to be displeased with what's about to happen.
Right. Yeah, I don't think she would approve of a lot of stuff that happened. In the chat, Lister's mate says, I think Cyrus is really lubrication application man.
Whoa!
Maybe. He's trying to be.
Yep.
All right. Those are the three players we have today. We usually have one more player, Nate, who plays Snargle. That's the goblin in your lower right. He couldn't make it tonight. Anybody want to describe Snargle, though? To the viewers? Trip?
Oh, go for it, Trip. You love doing these.
What? I'm terrible at them. All right.
Or we like making you do them. So.
Oh, okay, that's great. So I'm Snargle. I'm a goblin that loves shiny things. I'm a daring pilot that loves to bathe in the nude and show off my junk and repulse everyone. But I enjoy doing it. Snargle.
That's a pretty accurate description, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely. But a very daring, accomplished pilot. So
yeah,
that too.
Yeah. He's the pilot of the airship, the Owl, which is these guys' airship.
Absolutely. So,
and he loves doing daredevil maneuvers.
Yes. So even though he's not with us, let's definitely have him behind the wheel of this thing. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Please don't make the captain pilot.
No. Well, I do have that skill, but I think I just would roll one dice. It'd be bad.
On your screen, folks, the other two characters you're seeing, which is on your upper left and center. At the upper left is Lady Blackbird herself, which this game is named after. She is a imperial noble. Let me tell you a little bit about the game if you haven't ever watched real quick. This is in a setting called the Wild Blue. So there's a bunch of like different worlds, and people travel on airships between them, but there's all breathable gas in between that. So it's not like space. It's like airship stuff. That's why it has like the steampunk vibe, I feel. And there's an Imperials that control a bunch of worlds, and you don't have slaves and other stuff, and they're probably not so nice. And then there's a bunch of pirates who hang out in this place called Nightport and do raids. And there's, what's the Haven, right? Yeah, Haven. Haven is like the free world area where people can live in freedom. These guys have visited all these places at different times in their adventures. And Lady Blackbird is actually escaping from Imperial space. She is trying to get to the Pirate King, Uriah Flint. She wants to marry him. They used to be lovers. She hasn't seen him in several years, though. So she's trying to escape her arranged marriage to Count Carlo, an Imperial, and get to the Pirate King, Uriah Flint. These guys, Flint, Cyrus and his crew are trying to ferry her there. That's what they've been trying to do all this time. And they've been trying to find the secret passage through the remnants, which is this thing where like all these kind of, like, I don't know, I guess like kind of like think of worlds having exploded and all these shards and like almost like an asteroid field. Think of it that way. Yeah. And so you can't navigate through there unless you know the secret route. If you try, you're basically dead if you try doing it without the secret route. So they've been trying to find that to get to Flint. All right. Oh, Fosha joined us from Retro Reload Podcast. Traveling across space to get that something. Get that? Oh, okay. I know what he means. Yeah, I guess get laid or something is what he's trying to get at.
He got all gangster on us.
All right.
Get that.
All right, so yeah, that's kind of the world. What's been happening in the game? Oh, anyway, that's Lady Blackbird. She's also a sorcerer, a master sorcerer of the Stormblood line, which means she can control lightning and the wind and those kind of elements. Basically, the different magic, you're like a Stormblood or a Fireblood. That's kind of how they name these things in this world. And the top center is a character I actually created as an NPC. Her name is Snow. She's pretty much the most infamous bounty hunter in this world. She had actually kidnapped Lady Blackbird at one point for the bounty, but then these guys caught up with her. They helped save them from other bounty hunters, so now she's kind of on their side, and she's been helping them out. And all right, so in the most recently, what happened is, so they actually they went to Nightport, where there's the pirate haven. The captain of the Red Sails, his name is Victor Blood. He's a Triclops, which these guys came up with, which I guess he has 3 eyes, right? Mm-hmm. Very large guy. By the way, this is a game, folks, where the players come up with a lot of this stuff, not just me. So it's one of these. I like these games where the players have a big part in the creation of the story. Anyway, he said yes, he does know the secret route through the remnants to find Captain Flint, which is what these guys have been trying to get. However, of course, he's not just going to give it to them. They have to go on an errand for him to get some milk. No, not milk. They have to go.
So we had to find some space cows.
We were sent to find a shrubbery.
Yes.
Oh, and sorry, before I continue, I almost forgot. Thank you, people in the chat, Crodius and Victor. Let's not forget the cat. The cat. Hope the cat is here. I'm sorry. There is.
Oh yeah.
In our one episode we did during our Roll20 gaming marathon for charity, a prequel episode, there's a character called Pudding the Cat, who is a telepathic cat, and Pudding the Cat is kind of best friends with Snow now and goes around her backpack usually. But he is also, I forgot, it's a he or she? I don't even remember. Wow, I'm totally forgetting.
I think a he.
I think it's right? Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. If anybody remembers, let me know. But it's a cat. His name's Pudding, and it's telepathic.
Maybe he goes both ways.
My character calls it Pudgy. Right.
Your character likes to annoy the cat. Anyway, okay. So I should get a picture of the cat and put it up there. That's what I gotta do next time. So Necroni says she thought it was a female. I think it might be right. Anyway, somebody else weigh in. Let's figure out the sex of the cat. It's very important. Anyway, so yeah, sorry. So the Captain Blood said he wanted them to retrieve 2 items: the compass and the sword of this infamous pirate Ann Turner, who had disappeared in the lower depths 20 years ago. The lower depths is this area that has all this gas that's very toxic to people. And it actually is going to corrode ships as well, unless they're treated specially, and then they can last for a certain number of hours, usually in the lower depths. They actually navigated through there. They found this island, which is very strange, and like below the lower depths. And they went there and they explored there. They thought maybe Ann Turner's ship, the Jade Rebellion, had crashed there. They wound up falling into this cavern of like this underground lake, basically. And they actually found her ship there. It had crashed there. It was not in good shape. They actually ran into Ann Turner and her crew. And they didn't think something wasn't quite right there, though. And they were right. They were all ghosts. And they wanted to possess their bodies because that's the only way they could leave the island. So actually, they did possess all the bodies except for Cyrus and Kale. And luckily, these two managed to do some daring actions there. And they actually smashed the jade pendant that what it was. Oh, it was actually the pendant that the dead body, the skeleton Ann Turner had, right?
Right.
By smashing that one, you actually made the ghost disappear because the ghost one had one around her neck as well.
Right.
So you smashed that. The ghost all disappeared. Everyone seemed to go back to normal. They got the hell out of there. Then they got back on the ship and took off from the island.
That's right.
With retrieving the compass and the sword, though.
Right.
I don't think I like how he said seemed to be back to normal.
Well, and the very last moment, wasn't it Snow that grabbed Kale, or was it Naomi that grabbed Kale?
No. Well, Naomi would grab him for a different reason. That's probably to chuck him out of the airlock. But thank you for reminding me. That's right. As we ended, so Snow and Kale had been flirting last session. Snow, maybe because she wants to make Cyrus jealous. Her and Cyrus used to have a brief thing. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway,
hey,
but
it lasted at least 60 seconds. All right.
So Snow and Kale actually went back to her quarters in the Owl at the end of last session to I don't know, play Monopoly or something, and and hotels. Yeah, it's like Boardwalk, yes, or Nightport, yes. And then Lady Blackbird uncharacteristically grabbed Cyrus and yanked him into his quarters, seemingly like she wanted to have sex with him. That's what it seemed like. That's kind of where we left. That's where we left off. So, right. So let's pick it up there, I guess. Because then, since Samus wasn't here, I will let him, give him a chance.
Or maybe we should pick up with like 30 minutes later.
Or 2 hours.
Well, 2 hours for Kale, 30 seconds for Cyrus.
Oh, damn it!
Well, we could totally do that, actually. Unless, I mean, you tell me, Samus, I guess, unless if Naomi would have done something, you can let me know when she saw that.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, if the lady is the one to initiate, then I'll not be happy, but I'll stand back.
Okay. She was the one who initiated it, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In the chat, by the way, Necroti says, yes, it would have been 30 seconds later for Cyrus. Victor says, poor Snargle got no loving that night. Yeah, Naomi definitely wasn't having anything to do with Snargle. And then Faux Shot says, just in time for the good stuff. Yep, you are. Just in time for the sex.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's fast forward a little bit.
So I step out of my quarters.
Well,
okay. I'm exhausted.
All right. Well, no. Actually, I'm gonna leave this a little bit up to you. Actually, you guys, did you have sex with Lady Blackbird?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. All right. I'm just asking, so I know what happened.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
and Kale, what did you do with Snow?
A gentleman never tells.
All right. We'll leave that on mystery. That's fine. I actually
secrets.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I think Snow's fine with that. All right, so you guys. Sorry.
Wait, let's see. Does the audience want us to play this out a little bit? You know.
Now, what Acrodius is saying, roll for mission success. LOL.
Roll for
You know what I want to say though is All right, I kind of want to do this almost. I don't want you to describe what's happening exactly,
No,
but
no.
I want. Let's. I can imagine, even though Nate's not here, I can imagine that Snargle being who he is while you go into the bedroom. I imagine him like trying to do barrel rolls and stuff, like while you guys are trying to like get it on.
I like that. Or just casually turn off like the gravity field or whatever. I'm just kidding. I know it's not that sort of thing. But anyway, if there were no gravity, it'd be awesome.
Right.
But yeah, I could see him doing barrel rolls.
So you guys had a little bit of an adventurous time, let's say, I guess. Thanks to Snargle.
Or just like, doing quick stops and starts.
All right. Oh boy. Okay.
We both have high acrobatics abilities. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right up until Naomi gets into the cockpit and slaps the back of his head. Knock it off.
Okay. Yeah, then Snargle behaves himself. In the chat, Victor says, the proper thing to do now is to make the ladies breakfast in bed. Oh, that's a very gentlemanly thing to do.
Oh, I do like that. Yes, yes. So I'm going to step out of my cockpit. And,
Come on.
and I go in the kitchen and I make some chocolate chip pancakes with whipped cream and strawberries, and I bring them back to Lady Blackbird.
As you're in there cooking, Naomi comes in and says to you as you're cooking, "Let me just make this perfectly clear. If you hurt her, I will break you in half."
All right. Well.
And she walks out.
Right. So on my way out, I have an extra plate of pancakes that I hand off to both Snargle and Naomi. And Naomi, my intentions are nothing but honorable, and I am bound to serve her ladyship, and that's all that I did.
Oh, God.
She quirks an eyebrow at that, but takes the pancakes.
Right.
In the chat, Victor says, Naomi just wanted some pancakes. That's why she threatened you. She just wanted some pancakes.
Yeah. And Anthony said that, I was just testing out the best springs,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there you go. All right.
Keep chatting away there, folks, in the live chat. You can tweet us at Super Geeked Up. If you're watching in post, feel free to tweet to that as well. Your comments. Always love hearing those. All right. So you have to get, and then what do you do after you give the pancakes to them?
Oh, so I lay in bed with Lady Blackbird, and assuming that she'll let me do this, we eat off the same plate together.
She takes a bite of the pig. Well, actually, no. She says, "Oh, this is terrible. I don't even like pancakes. Why are you giving me this?"
Well, I'm sorry. What would you prefer?
I want some rum.
All right. I reach over by my bed and reach underneath, and I've got a bottle of rum, and I uncork it, and I hand the bottle over to her, and I say, "Cheers."
Okay, she downs a lot of it, very unladylike.
This is an interesting side to you. All right, and
so she actually gets up and walks out with the bottle.
Oh God! Really?
She's dressed first. Sorry, let's say that she's not naked.
Oh, okay, she dresses. All right, she dresses quickly and leaves the room.
Yep.
Wow, interesting. All right. Well,
Kale,
I just let her go with a smile on my face, though, and I finish my pancakes. And I say, Enjoy the rum.
In the chat, Victor says, that is so weird for Lady Blackbird.
Yeah.
So Kale and Snow emerge from another cabin.
I mumble to myself, I feel so used.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if she's possessed by some male ghost.
Crap! Crap! Right.
Okay, so anyway, Kale, what do you come out with Snow? And what's you say anything? What's going on? Or you eating your pancakes? What are you doing?
Does he have any extra pancakes?
He gave some to you. He said as he was walking back to his cabin. He gave some to Snow too, right? Everybody.
Yeah, I give them to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, are they good?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know.
I've been cooking a lot. I think they're good.
So you do a cooking row?
I can, if you really want me to.
Yep. Let's roll for cooking.
All right, let's roll for cooking.
Roll for cooking? Oh, brother.
The way this game works, folks, if you're new, they roll D6s. It's different than a lot of games. They have all these different traits and tags, and they start with 1d6, and every trait or tag that applies to the situation, they can add another d6, and they have to meet a difficulty level or higher. So if I say it's a 3 difficulty, they have to roll 3 successes or more. A 4, 5, and 6 are a success. A 1, 2, and 3 are a failure in this game.
Pancakes should be fairly easy, I would hope. But
yeah,
yes.
I would think so. I'm looking to see
anything that applies.
If there's anything that would actually.
You know, just do this. You guys, why don't you guys both just do rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see who's higher.
Oh.
Do you have anything that applies? If you have anything that applies to cooking or tasting stuff, though, you can apply it here.
The only thing that I would think would be like maybe Survivor and Scrounge, you know, because I mean, cooking should be a Survivor trait, I would think. And scrounging, I'm using whatever, you know, I can find, maybe. So maybe 3 dice? What do you think?
What do you got, scrounging? What else?
Huh? Scrounge, and it's under Survivor, so that would be 2. So
3 total.
Yeah, 3 total. Oh, brother.
Okay.
0 successes.
I mean, you know, building something
silly,
and
though.
cooking are very similar. So I think some mechanic stuff should count.
Let's just forget. You don't even have to roll after that. After his roll, it was so bad.
Was it that bad? I didn't look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Kale, you put the pancake in your mouth and you immediately want to spit it out.
You know what, Kale? There's a condom wrapper in your pancake.
I'll be just like, your best yet, and I'll look at Snow and go, don't eat it.
And Snow is like, oh, trust me, I'm well aware of his cooking.
Oh, that's true.
But Snargle comes along and says, if you're not going to eat it, I will. And he takes all your pancakes and shoves them down his mouth.
You go for it, Snargle.
He thinks they're delicious.
There was some lube in that syrup.
Come on.
Okay, I'll stop. All right.
Listeners may ask, where's the Pancake King? We have somebody near the Pancake King often in the chat. I wish he was here, yes.
I know.
So his cooking is kind of like when my sister made apology cookies. And she accidentally mistook salt for sugar.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
So the apology cookies were chocolate chip salt licks.
Oh, Jesus.
They were actually like, haha, I'm going to get you cookies.
So I step out of the bedroom and I'm zipping up my pants and I say, lady, why didn't you
pancakes before you zipped up your pants?
He was naked in bed eating them with a lady.
Yeah, I was naked in bed eating the pancakes. So I walk out and I say, my lady, why didn't you tell me my pancakes tasted like shit? I must have mixed up the salt and the flour or sugar or something. Dear God, don't eat the pancakes. And
yeah,
I
now
mumble under my breath.
Were your pants on when you made the pancakes?
What?
Your friends saw me made the pancakes.
Watch out for pubes, Kale. These are awful. I should wear my glasses next time I make pancakes.
The lady, she's up by you, Naomi, now, so only you can hear her. She says, he's a terrible chef, but at least he's half decent in bed.
All right, I'll take that as a compliment, even though I can't hear it. Glass half full.
All right. All right, so what are you guys doing now?
I guess we're going to head back to the Triclops dude, right?
Yeah, sounds good. So I
Oh, are we refreshed?
I would think so.
Oh, yes. You can.
We're drained.
Refresh means they can go back to 7, right? You guys, 7 in the dice pool. These are extra dice they can spend to help their rolls. Sure. Yes, having sex is refreshing. So.
Ooh la la. So I walk into the whatever the
real cockpit.
Yeah, the real cockpit, and I say, Lady Blackbird, if you're in no rush to see Flint, I mean, we don't have to rush back to see this Triclops guy, You could just spend time with us on the Owl. What do you think? You know what? Don't feel rushed to answer at all. I'm just putting it out there.
I thought you said zip last night.
Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, what did you say?
So you're just putting it out there, like last night.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yes. I said I thought you you zipped up your pants. So.
She says a Triclops. What Triclops?
I arch an eyebrow at the others, and I just slightly hold up my finger, like if I see them starting to talk.
And then she says, "Do you mean Captain Blood?"
Captain Blood. Yes, that is who I was talking about. Yes. Okay. So anyway,
does Lady Blackbird hold herself any differently than before?
Make a roll.
Make a roll. Oh.
Anything that would apply to, perceptive type things. Do you have your sheet?
Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Naomi should
I got perceptive.
Oh.
That's good.
Sneak.
Yeah, you can all roll.
Okay. Sneaky cash sneaky?
Nah, not sneaky. You can do burglar perceptive.
Well, let's see.
You can do 3. You can do 3 dice.
I'm looking at but we can't take from different traits. We can only use.
Well,
yeah, it's under 1 unless you have a special thing.
Yeah, which Cyrus does.
Yeah.
3 successes.
Great.
Wow, 3 for 3, huh?
3. Yeah.
All right, Naomi, gonna do a roll?
Well, I'm trying to think of what it would fall under more than because I could do awareness. Threats.
Well, you're not
potential. Well, a threat to
potential threat.
Potential threat.
All right, you can do 4 dice. Sure.
Just on the idea, of course, that actually Naomi knows her pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cyrus, are you doing any rolls or no?
2 successes.
I'm just going to keep an eye on her. And I'm trying to think of something to bring up that would sound casual, but I'm still mulling it over. And I'm just trying to make casual conversation again about setting in coordinates to head back to Captain Blood.
Yeah. So, Kale, you can tell that the way she's speaking is definitely not the proper way you're used to her speaking. As like she's usually speaks more as a noble. You would expect a noble to, Naomi, so you have been around her a lot longer than these other characters. You can tell that the way she holds her body is definitely different as well. It's much more casual, and it's not like she usually holds herself fairly, more rigidly, more like, again, very properly.
Right.
So I will be like, hey, Captain, let me go show you. I'm looking for a shortcut, maybe out on the way back to Captain Blood. Can I show you it real quick in the other room?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go and discuss navigation. Sounds good to me.
Kale, do a deceptive type roll.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, burglar, sneak.
Yeah, those are good.
Is perceptive work in reverse of hiding too?
Well, burglar, sneak, that's great.
I think that's good.
Let's see here. I guess those. So 3 dice.
And I would like to roll 2 maybe as an assist to him in a way. Because I have smuggler, deception, sneak, hide that I think could possibly...
Well, I'm actually, he had hide too. I'm not going to apply hide here.
All right.
But the other ones you can roll. Sure.
All right.
So I rolled my 3, right?
Yeah, if you're not adding anything, sure. Not as good that time.
Nope. And
let's see how Cyrus does.
Ooh, 3 successes.
Okay. So, Kale, you're not as sneaky as you think you are. And
I think I totally nailed it.
You think you totally nailed it. You think that was like the best performance they've ever seen in a long time.
Should be an actor.
So what I do is, I assume that it's a pretty shitty, even I'm not fooled by him. So I'm just like, oh, sure, Kale. We can go off and discuss navigation. Ha! Kale's secret, more like it. And
okay.
I'm trying to make a joke out of it that, oh yeah, you want to go and talk to me about your plans for your gentleman's lingerie line. I gotcha. That's fine.
Right. Okay. So Lady Blackbird looks a little suspiciously at Kale, but then after you say that, Cyrus, she goes back to drinking her rum.
All right. And as we're walking off, I say, got a little action in the bedroom, Kale, and all these great ideas come up for your lingerie line, huh? As we sneak off into the other room, and I quietly close the door behind us and lock it.
In 2 hours' time, lots of thoughts happen.
Right. Wow. All right. Clearly, you were counting from a million backwards, right? Keep that concentration. All right. Anyway. Or you were envisioning Snargle naked. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Cyrus, I think something's up with Lady Blackbird.
Yeah, this is clearly.
You notice
being
she's
done
not talking quite the same, and
in a whisper. Yeah, I am now not sure who I had sex with, which is not not very comforting. But it's not like we haven't both been so drunk that we haven't known who we were waking up with the next morning. So there you go. Anyway, but yes, I am very concerned that maybe she is still possessed by Ann Turner or one of the other ghosts, which is really creepy, and I'm not sure how to fix that.
yeah, I mean, do we know any way to force out a spirit?
Let's do a roll.
I mean, you're the guy with the magic, right? Clearly, I mean, after 2 hours, you've got the magic touch, right?
As you're thinking about figuring out which role you can do for a role there, Kale, Naomi, is Naomi also having suspicions?
Naomi is having suspicions, but can see that. I feel she probably can see that the guys are up to something, and rather than add to the suspicion, she keeps her post with Lady Blackbird.
Okay. Why don't you give me some kind of roll too, to see if you would know anything about this kind of possession type stuff?
Kind of doubt it on that one.
Well, maybe we'll see. I have a way where you might know. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of any such skills that would apply.
By the way, in the chat, as you guys are figuring this out, and sometimes it doesn't. That's the fun of the game. You got to spend some dice.
Yeah.
Acrodia says, hopefully who he slept with wasn't just Snargle in disguise.
I know.
And then Victor says, I would suggest Cyrus have sex with Lady Blackbird again. That's his solution to the problem.
Oh, God.
Oh, see, now you were all excited about it before.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, aside from just the stat of keen and insightful,
that'll work.
Does anyone have any holy water-based lube that I could use?
So that's let's see what
is a vampire.
Keen and insightful is, so that makes for what, 2 dice, 3 dice?
3. If there's 2 things and you get one automatically, that would be 3.
Keen is the stat, and then the word under it being insightful.
You get 1 for the stat, and then each tag.
Gotcha. Okay, so
and then,
keen and insightful.
What do you have?
What's that?
What do you have to roll? What are you going to roll?
I got petty magic, and I got my spellcaster.
I'll take
I don't know if any magic spells could work.
I think so. You can roll 3.
Given her concern about the lady, gonna go ahead and spend 3 dice.
Do you have dark magic?
I do, yeah.
I would apply that here.
So 3?
You can do 4 actually, right? With the one you get automatically?
I think so. 4.
Yeah, you can do 4. In the chat, Acrodia says now he is scared. It may be Snargle. After you say
yeah.
So, you roll 6.
You can shapeshift.
6 dice and only 2 successes. That's a bummer.
Well, I guess I'll put 2 dice in this and try. Let's see here. That. Ooh, 5.
Oh, snap. 5 successes. Look at
nice.
All right.
It's all on the wrist.
Oh, on the wrist? Yeah. The mouse wrist flicking up. All right, so Naomi, you vaguely remember Lady Blackbird at some point talking about like spirit type magic, but you can't really remember much besides that. You're not really a magic person. You know?
No.
You like just smashing people with your fists. So, but Kale, since you do dabble in the magic and you actually know a few different spells. You ran into this other sorcerer guy one time, and he told you about this guy who was supposedly possessed by a spirit. And the only way they could get the spirit out is they had to find a master spirit blood sorcerer.
Master spirit blood sorcerer?
Yeah.
That's a person?
No, well, okay. So spirit blood is, remember, like storm blood, fire blood. So spirit blood is this type of magic dealing with spirits or like any kind of ghost.
Oh, okay.
And this, you need to find a sorcerer who does that magic and who's at the master level.
Do we know anybody?
Got to find a blood mage.
Yeah,
Does my character know of anyone?
I would say you remember. Yeah, that was a really good role you did. So that guy you had met, he had told you the name of this spirit blood sorcerer.
Was it Captain Blood? Because it'd be ironic if he's named Blood. He's a blood sorcerer.
Well, if we already have a Captain Blood, though, no.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be cool.
So who's this person?
Okay, so you guys give me a name. Who's this? What's the name of this spirit blood sorcerer?
Anyone watching have a quick suggestion on a great name?
Could be a woman, could be a man, could be a goblin, could be something else, some other race we haven't come up with yet. Yeah, you can feel free to do it in the chat, folks. But anyway, what do you guys talk, Kale?
Lady Strangelove.
Oh, come on.
So as he's revealing this.
Oh, you know what?
With,
hang on. Actually, this applies here. Necrodius in the chat says his own name, Necrodius. I actually think that fits for the spirit blood sorcerer.
Sure.
Necrodius.
So let's say, there you go, Necrodius. Good job. So let's say, yes, he said the sorcerer's name was Necrodius.
So I'll tell Cyrus. This one time, someone told me about this Necrodius sorcerer who he's a master in spirit blood magic.
And
is a man or woman?
What do you guys want it to be?
Maybe you're not sure if it's a man or a woman.
Oh, you know what? There you go. Yeah, he didn't say actually. He just said name's Necrodius.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral. Necrodius.
In the chat, you can let us know if you want it to be a different race.
Could be a surname.
Yeah. But in the chat, let me know if you want to be man, woman, some other kind of race, maybe. We'll work that out later. Right now, they don't know. But by the way, Necrodius in the chat says, "Woot! I am now canon to the story." Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Well, Kale, do you have any idea where this Necrodius might be? How we could contact this person? And while we're chatting, I say, sorry, Kale, but I'm really creeped out right now. Just turn your head and don't watch this. And I get out a first aid kit and I give my junk a good swabbing down with like some kind of medical cream and wipe it all off. He freaks out right now.
God,
I don't want my junk to get possessed.
Oh boy, I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know.
So I'm sorry, Kale, you had to witness that.
Do I lose a sanity point?
I told him to turn his head. It's not a tentacle. I'm not an elder god.
In the chat, by the way, Victor says it has a nice ring to it. Necrodius the Ghost Seer. Yeah, it does. Works well.
He's not working for the Dale Kier.
Yeah. And also in the chat, Faux Shot says ghost STDs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm afraid of.
Have you not seen It Follows?
Ghost STDs will haunt you for life.
All right, this session's taking a weird turn.
They call them ghosties. I got the ghosties. Crap.
Okay, so you were asking if you knew about where he might be located.
Yeah, any idea where we can find Necrodius?
I think so. I don't know. Do I?
I'll say you know where to find the guy who told you about Necrodius. What's this guy's name? We need a name for this guy too. Like this is someone who
Smitty.
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 All right. Smitty.
All right, sure. Smitty it is. Or actually, do you mind if I use something else from the chat? 'Cause I forgot.
Go for it.
Just because I like to work those people in. Victor had suggested before Reese. That's a pretty good name.
Sure.
Reminds me of Terminator. It's a good character in Terminator.
Good snack too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces.
And maybe Reese is a purveyor of gentlemen's lingerie, and you know. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know. Go on.
Well, that's your connection with him. He really likes your lingerie line, Kale.
We all have habits, or we all have hobbies.
Sure.
I think mine might go further than your pancake cooking business.
Okay, fair enough.
In the chat, by the way, guys, give me all some suggestions for some like names of like, you know, towns, cities, worlds, that kind of deal that we can use coming up here as well.
Right.
Thank you, folks. This is very helpful in the chat. We appreciate you giving these great suggestions.
It could be Reese from the city of the Pieces. It could be Reese's Pieces.
Ah, yes. Very nice.
No, that's terrible. Anyway.
Vic in the chat, Victor says he's actually eating Reese's peanut butter cups right now. That's probably where he got the name from.
Oh, nice.
Those are good.
They are very good. All right. So yes, you can tell Cyrus, you know, that you know this guy named Reese. He had told you about Necrotius. He might know where he is. And you know, the last time you saw Reese, though, he was in Haven.
Well, then I guess our shortcut is going to be a stop off at Haven. If you can figure out a way to make it seem like we have to stop off at Haven, Kale. Maybe there's an issue with the engines or something, and you need to pick up a spare part before we go and see Captain Blood, so we can take care of this potential possession situation.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. We probably need to restock anyway, right?
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, sure, we can need to restock.
Okay.
No wonder the pancakes were so bad. We ran out of sugar. We can't continue without sugar. Maybe the engines thing would be a good thing, though.
I can go down engine room and make the engines putter for a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Just putter. Don't take the speed off of us in case we come across a sky squid. But
yeah, just a little noise. Make a little noise. Take the muffler off.
All right. Sure. Sounds good. All right, so I'm just going to come back out and you know, as we're coming out, I'm just going to say, wow, Kale, you have some of the strangest ideas with men's lingerie, but you go for it. I think you'll make a fortune.
Snargle yells back from the cockpit, make sure to make some goblin size.
Okay, sure.
Naomi gives a slight shudder.
Oh. All right. So, yeah, so I just go and sit in the captain's chair, and
I'll go back. I'm gonna go to the engine room, like where I normally.
And I motion Lady Blackbird to, you know, relax, and you know, I tell Snargle that Kale will be giving him coordinates, and we'll just settle in for a nice ride.
A 3-hour tour?
3-hour tour. Yes. No, let's not crash land on another island, please, that we can't get off of.
Lady Blackbird will say, I thought we were going to see Blood.
Oh yes, we are headed. We're headed to see Blood now.
So meanwhile, I've gone to the engine.
She'll say, "This doesn't seem like the correct coordinates to Nightport."
I say, Snargle, is there something wrong?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood. Let's go out of character for a second. I'm sorry. Did you tell him to go to Haven or no? He's still continuing the Nightport.
He's still continuing to. I'm still saying we're going to see blood.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Kale is going to come forward soon.
Oh, okay, I got
with engine sputtering, saying, need to get some parts. Something's wrong.
Yeah,
right, I got you.
That's what I'm going to injure him. I'm just going to do something to make it noisy. Nothing major, just cause it to make some noise, and then on the intercom if we have that.
Okay. Well, all right. So first off, Lady Blackbird, then she's fine. She has no problem with the coordinates then.
Right.
Can you give me a roll then about you're trying to make it sound, like really it is that there's problems with the ship?
Let's see.
Good. Because I'm going to say you have to probably do more than just bang your wrench back there.
Well, I mean,
I think you're going to actually have to screw something up a little bit that you can easily fix though, later.
So like mechanic, engines, spare parts, sabotage. That's just sabotage, right?
Not sabotage for sure. Not spare parts, but the other ones are good.
So 4 total.
Yeah. And by the way, in the chat, there's Chris Hadley saying, "More biscuit. Get down to the factory and get some pronto."
How hard is this going to be?
Not ridiculously hard. I don't know. Let's say you're just trying to make it seem like it's something's messed up, right?
I'm just trying to make noise. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a 2. I mean, you're really good at obviously mechanic stuff, so.
So I'll put 1 point in it then. Okay. See what happens.
All right, let's do it.
3 successes.
Sweet. All right. So tell me what exactly you're doing.
I'm just loosening up some noise, kind of dampener type stuff to cause it to start rattling and making sputtering sounds and shake some stuff.
Yeah, so let's say the ship is shaking, it's shuddering. Let's say maybe even a little smoke comes out or something. Nothing too crazy, right? But
yeah.
All right, so that starts happening. And then what do the rest of you do when that happens?
So Snargle, what's going on? I haven't heard that sound from the ship before.
That Kale must have. He said it was all fixed. This damn ship is always breaking down.
Oh, jeez, Kale!
You didn't try to put pancakes into it, did you?
Oh, thanks a lot, Naomi. No, Kale.
Kale, are you responding?
I may be dead. No, yeah.
Kale!
I'll just hit that and go, we got some engine troubles, Captain.
Oh, jeez, again? Well, what can you do? We need to get where we're going.
Just need some parts. We should be good to go. Just need to stop somewhere.
All right. Well, where should we stop?
I
don't know. You're the captain. You tell me.
All right. So right now, you two roll. I need both of you to roll a deception type roll again.
I was hoping you wouldn't. That's why I'm trying not to talk very much.
No, sorry. You can't get out of it. Well, look. If you talk more and you're really good at it, though, then it's better. The better you are. I'm gonna the actual thing. The less likely I'll make you roll.
So I think smuggler, deception, sneak all apply.
I think whatever last time you did, right? We did
3 and 4, and then I'll go ahead and add 2 because I think this is pretty important. All right.
In the chat, Chris is saying should they go to AutoZone?
Right.
I guess the equivalent of that. Steam ship zone.
It's a thing. It's got to be there.
Yeah. So basically, just trying to play off that we really need to go. Anyway, I do go ahead and say, well, I guess the only place that we know for sure where we have the connections is going to be in Haven. Oh, five
nice
successes.
Yeah, nice roll.
Dang.
I know.
There we go.
5 out of 6.
It was love to see what Kale does.
Right.
I hate.
Come
the
on,
problem
Kale.
is I've done so many rolls. I'm gonna burn all my dice. Like
That's all right. Don't worry. I'll give you a refresh scenes at some point.
okay.
That's what makes it exciting when you roll without any dice.
So I'll put 2 in it then.
Oh, and Lister's Mate says if it was a Federation starship, they go to Deep Space Nine. Yes, my favorite show. They would go there. They get Chief O'Brien.
Yeah.
Or Nog. Not Nog. Rom to fix it. 3.
Hey!
Right.
Not too bad.
Most solid rolls.
Decent.
Yeah, again, Lady Blackbird.
I say, stop fumbling over your words, Kale. We're just going to go to Haven. All right, Snargle, go ahead and take us there. Jeff.
Yeah, Lady Blackbird. Good first thinks the way you guys are talking is a little weird to each other, but she seems to accept that Haven is a appropriate spot to go to get repairs.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right.
All right. So Snargle plots a course for Haven.
Yeah, and I go ahead to have a nice little refresher here. Go ahead and break out some rum.
It's not. You can do that. It's not necessarily going to get your dice back, but.
Oh, damn it!
However, Lady Blackbird she's already finished in one bottle. She's taking the next one.
Oh, jeez.
So Kale in the engine room is going to do some jumpy jacks for refreshment.
Well, that just tire you out.
Yeah. So anyway, since there's only salt left, I'm going to go make us some margaritas.
Looking to Lady Blackbird, milady, I feel that I should, given the recent events, I will go ahead and make a round of the ship and make sure that things are still secure with your permission.
She's like, sure, whatever, sounds good.
Okay.
I'm going to be listening in, with an ear, and if I'm hearing that Naomi's leaving now, I'm going to book it in there as fast as I can with margaritas. I don't want to leave Lady Blackbird alone in the cockpit.
In the chat, Victor says Lady Blackbird is drinking more rum than I do. Yeah,
Right.
she can hold their liquor.
So I walk in as her ladyship is drinking more rum, and I jokingly start singing "Yo ho, a pirate's knife for me," and
she'll join in with you actually.
Rum songs. Oh, she does.
Yes, and then
All
Snargle
right.
joins in as well. All three of you.
Okay. So
I'm going to the engine room.
Yes. And clearly this does not feel in line with what her ladyship would be singing, correct?
You've never heard her ladyship sing anything before.
That's true. Okay.
She has actually quite a nice voice, though.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
All right, so Naomi, you're back in the engine room, and you find Kale there. Do you say anything to him?
Yeah. So what is really going on? Because something isn't right.
Oh, have you noticed anything strange about Lady Blackbird?
Aside from the willing events of earlier?
Yeah, that was pretty weird. But besides that, we think she might be still possessed. So we're going to detour, maybe find somebody I know that might be able to get us someone who can help us out.
Oh, wonderful. Is there anything that I can do?
Make sure she doesn't kill us in our sleep. I don't know.
Right. I don't think that's likely. I mean, if she was going to attack anyone, she's had more than ample opportunity to kill off the captain.
That's true. She did have at least 30 seconds. No, I don't know. Maybe she wants to go to the Cat in Blood for some reason. I'm not sure what she's playing at.
And then Snow joins you guys and says, well, Lady Blackbird's a lot more fun this way. And then putting the cat telepathically, he says, but she's drinking all the good rum. That sucks.
Do you drink rum, Pudgy?
It's pudding, you dolt. And yes, you've seen me drink alcohol on many occasions.
Oh, yeah. Explains so much.
Geez, you can't even remember what happened yesterday.
Has Snow been acting normal? I forgot to ask about that. Is there anything suspicious about her?
You can do a roll.
Oh, gosh. I bet Naomi wants to do a roll.
Yeah, since she would be none too fond over the kidnapping bit. But let's see, keen, insightful, liars, and maybe aware.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you have all those.
That's a little better than mine.
That's a lot. Okay, sure. Oh, Naomi's very good at spotting this stuff.
So it looks like 4 dice.
Yeah, and the one
or is it 5? Do
you get one automatically? So
one automatically, so 5.
Yeah, so 5.
So 3 successes.
Not bad.
Okay. Snow seems to be her normal self.
Nope, same bitch.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
I actually want Snow to catch you looking her up and down, and maybe she'll be like, well, Naomi.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be a bodyguard, you better be able to read people.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize you were so good at that. So we know who's going to be doing all the notice checks from now on. Well, the deception.
So anyway, Snow will say to you, Kale, well, Cyrus is really going down the drain here. Now he's sleeping with ghosts.
Snow says that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you noticed something was wrong, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Okay, Mary Sue. No, I'm teasing. Well, okay. Well, yeah. So that's why we're doing our detour. As you may have guessed.
Sounds good to me.
Did the cat catch anything strange? The telepathy?
You want to ask the cat that?
Did you catch anything strange with your telepathy?
Besides for your strange-looking face?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I don't know. It's it's kind of, well, hang on. Pudding can't read people's thoughts though. So I'm trying to think how this would apply here.
Still a cat, though. I mean, I'm just putting this out there. A lot of times cats, at least, are said to be able to sense things that are, spectral or not right.
Yeah. So yes, Pudding will say, well, I don't know. I'm getting a different vibe off of Lady Blackbird now. It's weird.
All right. Well, we're going somewhere to someone that might be able to help us out, or at least give us some, tell us where we can go to get help.
Great. Hopefully, I'll have some rum there too. The cat says.
Yeah, Reese is a big drinker, so probably.
Okay. In the chat, Victor says Puddin is the classic alpha cat, and Necrodia says better a ghost than Snargle. For Cyrus sleeping with. Yes, I agree with that.
Oh yeah, that would be weird.
So right now, I'm being very liberal with drinks with Lady Blackbird. I mean, we're singing our songs, and I'm taking little sips instead of big swigs. And right now, I think my plan is to see if I can get her drunk off her ass. So maybe she will potentially pass out at some point.
So she is drinking a lot, and you really can't believe it, but somehow she does not seem that affected by it.
So you'd think
Wow.
eventually the body would give in.
Maybe. I mean, I'm going to keep it going unless it feels like I could really be killing her,
Yeah, well, and eventually she does stop of her own accord.
Okay. But she doesn't seem drunk off her ass or anything?
Not drunk off her ass. She's somewhat inebriated a little bit, but not as much as you would. Not as much as you would expect.
She doesn't throw up on you.
Gotcha.
It's almost it seems
she
like
begins to throw up on you. Do a row, dodge.
It seems like she has an extremely high tolerance.
Gotcha.
Like she's used to drinking a tremendous amount.
All right. I just wanted to let you know what I was up to, but please go back to the others.
Oh, that's fine. I think we were done anyway with the
anything
others.
else. Well, I just want to see if they're doing anything else.
Yeah, do you guys anything else you guys need
No, I'm just making sure that now Naomi knows the full scope of things rather than just suspicions. So that's mainly what she wanted to know.
It would be awesome if you guys could come up with some kind of plan.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to Haven, right?
So Pudding says to you guys, hey, Cyrus says you guys should come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we could capture her and then get the exorcist or whatever.
Well, right now, maybe the best thing to do is keep you from having to try to play the cons in front of her. She's probably not going to keep away from observing at least one of you. But there's no reason for the captain to have to go in search of parts. You should be able to do that on your own. And depending if this is out of character. Hey, is Haven a rough town or?
Well, Haven is the world. There's a bunch of different places in Haven. One that you guys have been to early on was called Chastity, which is known for its brothels.
Right.
That's really the only place in Haven you guys have been to, that town.
Okay. So where are we going in Haven?
Haven is not the pirate place. It's a free world. So some places are probably rough. Some places are kind of more just normal places with markets and stuff. And
right. Snow can go with me. It's a bodyguard. As a little bodyguard, or whatever I'm trying to say.
Little bodyguard. She's not. Come on.
I don't know why I said. I was thinking her cat.
So, did I hear the pudding in my head or not really?
Well, I'm going to say that since you were trying to communicate, I'm going to say you communicated that to Pudding telepathically, and then Pudding related to them.
All right. So I didn't hear anything from Pudding. I was just thinking that strongly. Okay, great. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, basically at this point, probably the best thing to do is if you can get the mage back here to help deal with this, at that point, I can try to help subdue her for whatever needs to be done. But for now, probably, like I said, the best plan is that we're here to get parts. You and maybe Snow go get the parts, and that way, nothing looks out of place.
Yep, makes sense.
In the chat, by the way, Victor says Lady Blackbird might have a strong body from channeling massive amounts of magical energy. That could be an explanation for it as well, for the alcohol. She is a master sorceress.
She's got an anti-drunk spell.
All right.
Yep,
so you guys,
that's the plan then, I think, for us.
Do you want Pudding to convey that to Cyrus telepathically?
That sounds like a good thing.
All right, so Pudding, hey, Captain, and then she relays all that, the plan that they just discussed. And she says, P.S., keep it in your pants.
Don't worry, I will. I don't know who I just had sex with. So I say to Pudding to, I think maybe a good idea is for us to head back to Chastity City and maybe, you know, visit my haunts where I'm known. And, you know, we can just say that it's going to take us an extra night to get parts or something. Might be a good excuse to stay and have her, you know, relax in a room or someplace.
Okay, so yeah, Pudding relays that to you guys, to Naomi, Snow, and Kale.
Make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
All right.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay. So anyway, I just continue kind of singing and eventually kind of just relax in my chair and say, I look over at Lady Blackbird and I say, you know, I don't know what I did without you before. You're so much fun.
So before I answer that, in the chat, we have the Pancake King just joined us. He says, oh, yeah, let's get it, boys and girls. The Pancake King, we wish you were in earlier. We started the show off with one character cooking pancakes for everybody, chocolate chip pancakes. But they were not very good, and everybody threw them up pretty much.
They were awful.
Yeah, so too bad you weren't here. You could have helped us out. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We had a lot of people today, actually. It's great. Okay, so you say, sorry, what did you say again to Lady Blackbird?
Yeah, I just say it's great having you here. You're so much fun.
Yes. Well, I do know how to have a good time.
Clearly you do, my lady.
Life's not worth living if you don't, you know, you're not having fun.
I couldn't agree more.
In the chat, Catalytic Seal just joined us. That might be a new viewer. Thank you for welcome. Pancake King says, I love your stream. Oh, well, thank you. That's my favorite comment so far of the night. Oh, he says, make some fan shirts. Oh, like shirts that you guys could wear? Oh, hey, that's a cool idea. Make some Monday Night Mayhem shirts.
Monday Night Mayhem shirts. Yeah, there you go.
Great. Can it have Snargle naked on the front?
Yeah, I was like, okay, what is Trip going to suggest now for the...
No one needs to see that.
No.
You could just have a picture of a barn and then this slogan there.
That could be on the back.
Yeah.
On the back can be a barn.
The Cronius reminds me of the chat. Snargle did like the pancakes. You're right. Snargle ate everybody's pancakes because no one else liked them.
Snargle's like, I love salt. I love salt.
Thank you for those kind comments, though, Pancake King. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so we are headed to Haven.
All right, so you guys travel to Haven. You land at the landing pad at Chastity.
Yep.
This town you guys were at before.
Right.
And just so you know, the places you've been here before are the Horny Toe, which is a tavern where there's Bubbles, the waitress.
Yep.
And you got the what is the? I thought there was a brothel.
There's also the Octopus's Garden, right?
Yeah, that's where Queen Shiva runs that entertainment brothel type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah, that's what we got here. Okay.
So I say, my lady, did you enjoy the Octopus's Garden last time?
Oh, I always enjoy going to the Octopus's Garden. I've been there many times.
All right. Well, that's where we're going to go. And I give a little look to the others, and I say, to the Octopus's Garden, my ladyship's favorite place in town. And I say, well, lead the way, your ladyship.
Naomi, standing behind, is looking disgusted.
Yep. And I walk side by side with Lady Blackbird just in case there's any undesirables around. And I say, you know what, my lady, we should probably take precautions. So, if you will, follow me down this lovely alleyway. And if I can make a roll to just do kind of a deceptive, sneaky hide, camouflage. Way to go through the city to the Octopus's Garden in case anybody's looking out for us. Is that cool?
Sure.
So let's see. That's smuggler deception, sneak hide, camouflage. So that's 5, 6 automatically. I'll go ahead and put in. Do I think this will be hard for me? I don't know. I mean, that's 6 already.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'll just do the 6 then. Oh, 1! Horrific.
And
Okay.
meanwhile, I'll go ahead and have Naomi following along with keen, insightful, aware, coiled, and traps. Looking for anyone who might be looking to ambush us or paying a little too much attention to us.
Right.
Okay, sure. In the chat, by the way, the Pancake Sing says, I want Somnus to have a shirt with a tag saying, not my GM.
So I'm wondering with my terrible roll if I would have, clumsily knocked over somebody's cart or something.
Where's Snargle at? Is he still with the ship or?
Yeah, he's probably guarding the ship.
What did you tell him to do?
I mean, he can go with me and Snow if he wants. Otherwise, he can stay with the ship.
No, I think it's good for him to guard the ship since he's not going to be able to do anything anyway. So
he can be a shield. No, I'm teasing.
Yeah. What can he do?
I said he could be a shield, but I'm just kidding.
That's terrible. Let me just do something here. Okay.
I need to walk away for just a second. I need to adjust.
Actually, you know what? I have to use the restroom anyway. Why don't we take a quick break?
Break.
So, folks, all right. So we actually just did a bunch of rolls. We're going to see when we get back. We're going to see what happens from all these rolls. They unfortunately got some very bad rolls, but we'll see what's the result of that. We'll be back in just like a minute or two, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Continue, Lady Blackbird.
So I hope everyone will make it for next week when we resume in Eberron. There are bad things coming their way. Well, not necessarily. Vampires don't always kill.
Vampires?
Oh. I was telling everyone I would hope they would make it for Eberron next week. And of course that bad things were coming your way.
Yes, and our Dungeons and Dragons games, which we'll be doing next Monday. That's a great segue, though, because I was about to put in this chat here. We have a poll up on Super Geeked Up Facebook page about what's your best favorite vampire movie. So, folks, I'm putting this in the chat right now. We'd love to hear your vote in this poll here. We talk about each week on the Super Geeked Up on Wednesdays. Victor in the chat says the cool vampires always kill.
I tend to think of them more like convert. You know, add to the ranks.
And Catalytic Seal says, I'll be there next Monday for D&D. Great, thank you.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thank you for watching. Thank you,
Very
folks.
cool.
Yeah, I think this is the most. This might be the. This is a really good live viewers today. A lot of
Definitely, Seal. If you get a chance, glance back through the prior things for Eberron, because up on the Super Geeked Up webpage, there's synopsis of all the prior episodes, as well as the links for the episodes themselves to watch them.
Absolutely. Again, on supergeekedup.com, there's a shows tab on the top, and underneath that are all the different shows we do. There's a Dungeons and Dragons one. There's a Lady Blackbird one. You can see all the pictures, all our character bios and stuff, and then synopses for all the episodes. And then you can actually there's links to YouTube, where you just go to youtube.com/supergeekedup to watch all the episodes we do. And I can hope some of you can join us this Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. We do Super Geeked Up Live, which is a geeky chat / improv comedy show we do each week. It's always a lot of fun. It's actually our Patreon show this week. This is once a season. We have all the Patreon people who support us at a certain level come on the show with us and have fun with us. So you can join us for that. And speaking of that, again, since we have some new people, folks, that's one way you can help us keep doing these shows. When we get back to the fall, we're actually going to be doing 3 a week, because Marcus and I do a DC Action Hour show where we talk all the DC shows in CW. Anyway, right at supergeekedup.com, there's a link to it, or patreon.com/supergeekedup. You can, if you'd like to support what we're doing, any pledge amount you make is a huge help. And like Victor and I know listeners are in the chat, and they support us on that way. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. All right. Yes.
You can help me make better pancakes, because clearly I'm completely out of sugar. And anyway, I'm just baked up.
Yes, we give a couple bucks for some sugar, buy some sugar.
Right.
Maybe we should give Patreon donors like a virtual dice that they can give us to help us out.
Oh. Interesting. or to help the GM out.
Or help the GM.
Yeah. That would be something interesting, and could translate into D&D as a advantage.
Yeah.
They could grant advantage to one of the PCs or a foe.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Here we go, folks. So let us know if you like that idea. It's cool. Good idea, Marks. And in the chat, Pancaking says, "Do you guys have an email I can send you all items?" So I just I put my email in there, and I can always forward anything on to the rest of these guys. It's jeff@supergeekedup.com. It's actually a new email for me. It goes right through the website.
Are there pancakes?
I hope Yeah, can you? Are you sending us pancakes? Imagine that, like we opened a box, it's all pancakes.
I suggest you just send us like a bunch of IHOP coupons.
Oh my god, I would love that. I love IHOP so much. I actually usually get the strawberry French toast at IHOP. That's what I really like there. Strawberry banana French toast actually is what it is.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. All right, anyway, I guess back to the game.
Why? Is something bad going to happen?
No. Nothing bad ever happens in games like this.
No,
Right.
no. There are no Dale Keir here. There are no aberrations. We're all right.
The Pancake King says maybe. I'm not sure that means maybe he's sending you pancakes or coupons. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Now everybody wants. Listeners Mate says pancakes, and Chris Hadley says free IHOP. Sure. Well, if IHOP would like to sponsor us, we're 100% down with that. We'll talk about IHOP every fucking show. Because I actually do really like IHOP. Like I do like going there, so I have no problem.
I'm just going to broadcast with a bowl of bacon.
Bacon's awesome, man.
Of course, it makes everything better.
All right. It's like
Your character died. I don't care. I have bacon. Terrible.
It's going to turn into like a Food Network show. Okay, so all right, so welcome back, folks. They were in the streets of chastity. So Cyrus was trying to like find a sneaky way for them to go through the streets. Naomi was trying to be on the lookout for any kind of danger and stuff.
And we fall into a pit with spikes at the bottom. Crap!
Right, but luckily it's actually just a pit of bacon.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Cyrus, you find yourself actually in an area of chastity you're not quite as familiar with, so you're having a little bit more trouble figuring out which is the great way to go.
Okay.
Naomi, you get distracted by, I don't know, this dude is acting a little weird. You think he might be a threat. So unfortunately, neither of you see Lady Blackbird take off at first. Or at least she gets away with you. She bolts. She just starts running away.
She starts running?
Yeah. So you do notice, I mean, but she gets away with you, so you can't grab her.
She gets a head start.
You get the head start. And then you notice that she's running away. And then I'm assuming you're probably going to follow her. But unfortunately, a group of dudes step in front of you to block your way.
Oh, no, not having that.
Okay. So do we recognize these dudes at all? Like, are they thugs or?
You've never seen them before.
Okay.
I'm not even going to lie. Naomi will straight up punch one of these guys out of the way and keep going after the lady.
All right,
that's where her responsibility lies.
Okay, so you figure out the role for that, and what are the rest of you guys doing? Kale and Cyrus.
I'm still with him.
Oh well, yeah. I didn't think you. Well, I thought you guys were all together right now. Have you already separated, or I thought you were still?
I
together?
thought we would separate. Me and Snow would go off to.
But had you already done that? I didn't think you had done.
We
that.
didn't announce it, so I wasn't sure yet. You know.
Oh, I just figured from the get-go that's what we did, because I don't know why I would want to follow him to the octopus place.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, no. If that was your intent,
that's fine. If that's
so, you're off with Snow then. And you guys went to get. Well, you went to get parts was the idea, right?
Well, go get Reese. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the story was parts, but you're really trying to go find Reese, right?
Reese, yeah.
Okay. Well, so think about. Give me a location where you think Reese might be. Think about that while I go back to these guys, okay? Or in the chat, you can tell us.
So basically, for my part, it's doing whatever is necessary to get out of my way to pursue the lady, and so that puts me at 8 dice.
Okay. Wow. Well, 4 of them were perfect rolls, though.
Yep.
sixes.
Sixes.
Cyrus, what are you doing?
4, 5, 6.
Necrodius says in the chat that tonight's episode has been brought to you by IHOP, Reese's, and Bacon. Yes, it has.
All right.
Just not all together.
So I pull out my pistols and I shoot it. I just do a hail of lead at all their feet, and I say, "Out of our way, guys! Dance, monkeys, dance!" And I shoot at all their feet.
These guys could just be asking for directions, I mean,
they could, but I'm just trying to get them to move, and basically I'm trying to get them to part ways so we can get through. So I'm also going to roll 8. I've actually got a 7 with all my shooting skills and warrior and everything, and I'm adding 1 to do 8. So dance, monkeys, dance. I rolled a 7.
Wow.
Yikes.
That should be pretty awesome.
That is amazing. So, by the way, Pancake King is telling me to check my email. I guess he already sent something. I will do that shortly. Maybe he already sent us some good stuff.
Ooh! Links to IHOP coupons.
Yeah. That'll be exciting. Okay. So, all right. So Naomi, you just haul off and punch the nearest guy in the face. You break his nose, and he just falls straight back like a board, pretty much. He's out.
And on my way.
And then Cyrus, well, yeah, the other guys were still on your way, but Cyrus, you spray the lead all over the place. And you had expert shot, man. You get as close to their feet as you possibly can without actually hitting them.
Yeah.
And they just leap and they jump out of the way, dancing all over. And so, Naomi, you have a clear path straight through them, thanks to Cyrus. The rest of them.
Excellent. All right.
And I'm just going to book it right behind her and yell, at the guys who are passing, "Back off!"
All right, yeah. I mean, you know what? Your marksmanship was so amazing. They're like, they decide to not follow you and just go the other way.
Can I go ahead and take a key of the commander for that, for giving them orders?
Sure.
And they're definitely following them.
Yeah, I was gonna say this could count as either one or both key of the guardian or key of the warrior. When I leap into a battle with leaping into a good fight, basically, or key of the guardian, which is my decision is based purely on wanting to defend Lady Blackbird from harm.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. And folks, these keys are the way they can earn experience points. They're like certain things that are important to their characters. Thank you. And I actually forgot about them. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, absolutely. Marks, have you hit any keys this session? Do you feel?
That's a good question. I mean, you could say either key of the mission about Lady Blackbird, figure out that she's not her, I guess, right? Maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
So with that, I actually do hit my next level up. So I can take that automatically, right?
How many XP
is that?
5 XP, and it says basically if
you can do it right away. You can do it right away.
It's literally,
you get 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 2 full sessions, and I haven't hit one yet. So I finally hit the next 5. So I'm going to take the Secret of the Shootist, which I think is appropriate, which just means that once per play session, I can re-roll a shooting roll if it goes badly. And basically it just says I'm deadly with a firearm or 2. So it makes sense for my character. Cool.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Tell me again. I was just in the chat there for a second. Tell me what it does.
So the key is the Secret of the Shootist, and once per session I can re-roll a failure if it deals with shooting.
Okay, yeah, great.
So if a shooting roll goes completely sideways, I can just re-roll it, but only with shooting.
Yeah, and I hit 5 XP too. So if it's okay, I'll get a trait. And I think I'll just get channeling since we're using magic a lot. That might help out.
Yeah, sure. Those all add to all your magic rolls.
Yeah, your magic has helped out a lot.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm getting bone breaking.
Oh, nice.
Uh-oh, geez. You're already breaking enough bones.
Right. Well, now I'll be up to 9 dice.
Dang.
Wow.
For that. For fighting. So
Next time you'll just crush the guy's skull when you punch him. Oh, that's a mess.
you didn't need that arm.
That's going to hurt in heaven. Oh. All right. So booking it after Lady Blackbird, but I'll wait till you're ready. Clearly.
Yep.
Cool. So I just shared, Pancaking actually sent a link to a shirt that says "Not My GM." Actually, I just put it in the chat. The link if you want to check it out. Pancaking. I was actually asking if it's okay to share your name, your first name online because it's an awesome name. So that's what I was trying to ask you in the chat there. I didn't want to just share it without your permission though, because it says it on the email. But anyway, the link is just to the shirt in the chat. That's all that is, folks. If you want to check that out, thank you for sending that. All right. Okay, cool. So, all right, excellent. Everybody got some cool new abilities there and secrets. That's really cool. That'll help out. All right. So you guys did that. You guys got through the mob. You're chasing after Lady Blackbird.
Running, yes.
Yeah. Now let's go over to Kale and Snow. Okay, but Pancake King says fine. So Pancake King's real name is Thaddeus, which I think is an awesome name.
Yeah, that's a great name.
I hear that too often. Cool. That could fit in this show. I think we're gonna work that in maybe someone else make him name Thaddeus.
Yeah, I have a lot of you guys out there know that I have a steampunk web series, and one of the characters' name is Thaddeus.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's the gentleman's gentleman, Thaddeus.
All right. So Victor says my real name is Victor. Thank you.
Wow.
We couldn't have guessed.
So, Marks, where did Kale and Snow go to find Reese?
He runs like this magic shop that also where he does a little bit of a con act for like psychic ratings and stuff too.
Okay.
Half con, half not.
So he like sells magic stuff. Is that what he does?
Yeah, but he also does like
psychic readings,
psychic readings, and sometimes it's real. And if he can't make it work, he just makes stuff up.
Okay,
whatever.
So you're saying he actually does have some though ability in that? Are you saying?
Sure, why not? He's a petty sorcerer too. Let's say that. That's how he knows the other guy. That's the master.
He really holds a grudge. He's really petty about things.
Okay, but his psychic stuff doesn't always work so well, is what you're saying, right?
No, it doesn't work always. And if it doesn't work, he just cons whatever, or he'll do a spin on it, whatever is going to give him more profit. No, he's not completely trustworthy, except for fellow untrustworthy people, of course.
What if he can plant like memories in people's heads too? Like if he gets it wrong, he just sort of waves his hand and like plants a little thought in their mind of, oh yeah, that did happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
With their false memories. Oh, that'd be terrible. You know, your Uncle Bill. I don't have an Uncle Bill. You have an Uncle Bill. Oh, my Uncle Bill. That'd be awful. There'd be awful at family reunions when they're asking about their Uncle Bill, and everybody's just like, who?
All right. Hey, chat folks, give me a name for this magic shop that Reese, the con man,
Reese's Pieces, psychic pieces.
That's actually kind of funny. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to use that. That's too good. Reese's psychic pieces. That's brilliant. Yeah.
And one of his cons is sometimes he like sends out the street kid, like street urchins. It just like leave little trails of Reese's Pieces that lead to his psychic shop. He's like, oh yes, another one.
Victor had said magic coin. That's a good name too, Victor.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So maybe we can use that in the future for something. Victor's actually named a lot of stuff in our game, like the drifts, which is the currency. He named that for us. So thank you. All right, so you and Snow showed the outside of Reese's psychic pieces. What is this? What does this place look like, Marks?
A real flamboyant type shop thing. You know, neon lights if there's such a thing.
It's kind of like the Weasleys, like joke shop almost, like kind of. Maybe not quite that flashy, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, Harry Potter. Ron's brothers run like a joke type shop.
Oh yeah.
All right, never mind.
Can I also
help me out, viewers? You know what I'm talking about.
I never watched all the Harry Potter movies. Sorry.
Come on.
No, I love that. It was amazing. Can I also suggest, the front counter too, though, has a huge candy display too. This guy has like a candy fixation.
It's candy.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he's psychic, magic, and Candyman.
All right, this guy's quite the individual. All right, so and does he dress kind of flamboyantly, or like in like kind of very flashy colors and stuff?
Let's make it flamboyant. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he wears kind of like a long coat that's very like colorful and stuff. Maybe he has a top hat or something. I don't know, like some kind of.
Is he like Willy Wonka?
You know what? That's why I'm thinking Willy Wonka for some reason as he described him. Dressed a little bit like that.
Can he be singing the Candyman can under his breath?
You know what? So Necrodius just said, I think I'm going to add this too, that he also has a pancake station in his shop.
Ooh, a pancakes station.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you guys enter the shop?
Yes.
Okay. So you enter it, and yeah, man, oh boy, this is like probably the flashiest store you've ever been inside. There's like all these different items. There's like, kind of more like simple joke type stuff or magic type stuff you might just buy, like, tricks and stuff. There's more maybe real looking occult type stuff perhaps as well. There's a bunch of candy. There's a pancake station on one side. There's a lot of, I don't know, like streamers from the ceilings and stuff. It's very colorful, very, very lively. The catalytic seal in the chat says, does he also advertise for IHOP? Maybe, or whatever the equivalent is in this world. All right, so you guys walk in towards the counter, and then
instead of IHOP, it's iCast.
I get it. All right, I get it. Cool. And there's a poof of smoke, red smoke, and all of a sudden, this man appears before you behind the counter. And with a flourish, he does like a bow and says, "Welcome to Reese." What the hell does he call? Oh, yeah, welcome to Reese's Psychic Pieces. You have come to the most amazing magic shop in the Wild Blue. Can I interest you in a psychic reading? Maybe some occult items. Would you like some candy? Some pancakes?
I love it. That's awesome.
I'll be just like, always with a great entrance, Reese. Don't you remember me?
And he's like, he puts his hand on your forehead suddenly. He's like, and he closes his eyes like he's doing some kind of psychic type thing. Ah, yes, of course. Your name is Roger, and you helped get me out of jail that one time.
You better just agree, or he's going to put the name Roger in your head, and from now on you'll be like, I'm Roger.
Did I help him get out of jail?
You tell me, did you?
Sure. We'll say that. My name's not Roger, though.
You got half of it right.
You're like, yeah, close enough. Listen, you told me about this.
So interrupts you and actually says, ooh, and she's like, candy, can I have some of this? He says, oh, of course, my lady, help yourself. And he says, I've already liberated the money from Roger's pockets. And he holds up coin. He picked your pockets.
Interesting. Well, since you already like let yourself into my money, my drifts, you get my drift, you might as well answer my question. Can you guess what my question is?
Yes, of course I can. I know all. And he puts both his hands on your shoulders this time, and he concentrates. Yes, I see. This is very important. Your question. You wish to marry this lady next to you, and you want to know if she'll say yes. And Snow says,
do that?
Snow's like, well, she has her mouth. She actually spits out the candy she was eating, and she's like, "Really? Wow, last night was that good, huh?"
Well, who knows? That might be back there somewhere, but that's not the reason why I'm here.
Oh, yes, of course. I know. It's you want to make an investment in my shop so we can branch out and open ones across the Imperium.
Probably not. Although that's a good idea. We'll see how things go in the next couple months.
Yes, I am a shrewd businessman. I have lots of great ideas.
All right.
Have you heard about the one about the sky squid business I have?
Don't talk about sky squids.
Oh, yes, right. Yes, I see you had a very bad experience recently with one of those.
So anyway, I have need of someone you told me about. Need to get a hold of them for their particular skills. What do we go by? Huh?
Necrotius.
Yes, Necrotius. Remember Necrotius?
Oh, of course, Necrotius. Yes. Very, very powerful sorcerer, particularly with kind of spirits. See, he learned a lot from me, you know. He doesn't like to talk about that, but that's really where he learned a lot of his abilities. Yes, what?
Modest.
Sorry, Thomas, you're going to say something?
No, I'm not there.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you were going to make commentary. Yes, of course you need to find Necrotius. Because, though, don't tell me, I know it. Your horse has become possessed.
Not exactly. But let's say possession's part of the situation, yes.
Oh, I see. So, and what do you need him to rid this person of their possession?
Of a spirit kind, yes. As a thief, that I think of something different when you say that.
Yes, of course, of the spirit variety. Well, I'm sure he can help you out with that.
All right. Well, would you mind getting us in touch with him? Of course, we'll, give you some drifts for a finder's fee, if you will.
Oh, no need. I've already taken some more from you. Thank you very much. Yes. So sure, you can. The last I heard, Necrotius was in. Okay, I need some other place name now, folks. Or you guys. Anybody got a good name? Oh, no, never mind. Oh, I forgot. I wrote it down because Victor had to get a great suggestion earlier. I like this a lot. Yeah, so he tells you, last I heard, Necrotius was in the Evermist streams.
Where's that at?
He says, well, it's a secret location to most, of course, not to me, because I know all. The Evermist streams is in a forested part of Haven that really hasn't been explored. It's kind of mostly wilderness. And Necrotius, he likes to go out there. I guess he's communing with nature and the spirits or something. Who knows what he really does? He's kind of a bit of a weird guy.
Is he a nudist?
A nudist? Well, if that's your thing, hey, I have some books over here I can interest you in. And he pulls out some pornography.
No. Cyrus isn't here. Let's stay focused.
Well, you're talking to Snow actually takes it and starts flipping through the porn. As she keeps
Awkward.
eating candy.
So,
wow, my kind of girl.
so how do we find this place? Are you going to give us a map, or are you going to show us what works?
Yes, here. Let me touch you. And he puts your hand on your forehead again. I will transmit into your mind the way to find there. And you, your head gets a little hot for a minute, and feels a little weird, kind of like buzzing in your head. And then you have this image of your mind about how to get to this ever missed streams area. You also get the image of some other strange things that what was it, Reese has probably experienced lately.
Roll sanity.
Is it part of the porn shoot that he was involved with?
Yeah, you might have got some odd sex visuals.
Oh.
Melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
In the chat, Acrodia says, "Please don't be nude pics of Snargle in the porn magazines." I hope. He does have an old goblin one though. There.
Snargle's hidden secret life back in his college days or whatever.
Snow takes that for Snargle. Actually, she doesn't look through it, but she takes a copy for Snargle.
He was young and he needed the work.
Wow.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Reese, and of course helping yourself to Mydros. We'll be getting out of here now.
It's always a pleasure, and please invite me to the wedding. I see many children in your futures. You'll be very happy together.
Oh, really? I'll kind of jokingly look at Snow and give her a wink.
She's like, "Yeah, well, you're taking care of them." Changing the diapers.
Oh, all righty. Let's head out. Let's get to this stream place.
All right. So as they head out back to Chastity, or the other part of Chastity. Sorry. All right. So you guys are chasing Lady Blackbird through the streets of the town.
Yep.
Let's do some rolling here, I guess, to see if you can catch up with her or what happens.
All right.
Okay.
What do you guys got for that?
Well, I'm looking at ex-slave, run, and endure.
Okay, those are all good.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I assume that Naomi, you and I are mostly together, right?
Yeah, I mean, I might be a couple steps ahead, but not by much.
She's slightly ahead of you.
Okay, but within reaching distance?
Probably.
No, no, because she booked off while you were shooting. I'm going to say she's about 6 to 10 feet in front of you.
Okay.
Within earshot, at least.
Yeah. All right. I say, Naomi, give me a second to touch you, and I'll send you right into her.
She slows down.
Yep.
Right.
And
so you're using your warp blood ability, right?
I touch Naomi and warp Naomi directly in front of Lady Blackbird.
Okay, but yeah, Cyrus, this is a one-time thing, I think, possession, right, where he can warp himself for someone else. He's touching.
Yeah. Yep.
Very, very cool ability. Okay, so Naomi blinks out of existence. She appears right in front of Lady Blackbird, who is very surprised. Naomi just pops into existence in front of her.
And I'm going to continue running as fast as I can towards them, but see what Naomi does.
So I will go to grapple.
Okay, so you're going to try to grab her. She's going to try to evade you.
Okay.
So let's do some opposing rolls here, I suppose. Let me get my dice roller up. All right, let's see what Lady Blackbird can use here.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. All right.
Looks like I got 7.
Oh wow.
Well, because
Anyway, what are you using?
pit fighter, combat tested, living weapon, fast, hard, strong.
Holy crap! And you got all those 5s and 6s. Wow.
No, that's your roll.
No, that's yours.
Oh.
That was your last thing away back. She's not using brutal or
Right.
bone breaking.
Okay, because you're just trying to grab her, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab her. I'm not trying to beat her down.
Don't break her.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Wow.
not that, I mean they were both solid rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, she's very determined though to avoid you. So all right, so you go to grab Lady Blackbird, but she actually nimbly dodges out of the way. She springs off of a wine, like a rum barrel, and actually flips over the top of you acrobatically. That's actually one of her abilities, acrobatics. And then she continues running.
Okay.
All right. Well, at least you should be closer to her.
Yeah,
that did give you the chance to get closer, Cyrus.
Did that give me a chance to get a little closer?
Yes.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Cyrus?
You know, at the moment, all I can really think of, assuming that she's keeping pace pretty well ahead of me, is I'm just looking to see if there are any opportunities, like if there are any overhanging, like cloth bazaar, you know what I mean, like the overhanging sort of cloth roofs. See if there's anything like that around where I can shoot the ropes and try to block,
like a cloth
slow her down.
canopy.
Yeah, like a cloth canopy, and try to slow her down or trip her up and trap her in some way. I have no idea.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining kind of like you're in kind of a bit of a market type area.
Right.
So I'm gonna say yeah. There's some of those cloth canopies.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to try to time her and shoot down one of those canopies as she's going underneath it to see if I can, you know, capture her in some way, at least slow her down. All right?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So I have really high on that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base with my shooting. So I'm just going to add. Well, does this seem like it'd be something really difficult to do?
No, but I think I'm gonna kind of again do a thing where I'm gonna see if she can evade it.
Okay. Well, I'll add 1 then and make it 8. So here goes nothing. Oh! So I am going to go ahead and use my new key, my new secret of the shootist, to re-roll that 1 time.
Yep, good time to do it.
Yay, 6. Pretty good.
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, pretty damn good. 6 out of 8. So yeah.
That's pretty exceptional.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You did better than she did. Okay. So you shoot through the cloth canopy, and it falls down right on top of her.
Okay.
She gets tripped up actually and falls to the ground.
All right. So I'm motioning over to Naomi, and we're gonna try to both get on each side and see if we can get her wrapped up in this.
Before you do that, though, the canopy thing, which is cloth covering her, gets blown apart as bolts of lightning come shooting out at you.
Crap. All right.
So you guys are going to have to do some kind of defense roll.
All right.
Let's see what she can do here. Because she is, folks in the chat, she is Stormblood. I mean, she can do lightning type magic.
Okay.
Which is cool. I don't get to do this too often with her.
Yeah. So I have another secret that I'm going to go ahead and use, and then I'm out of secrets for this time around. Well,
Okay.
no, that's not exactly true. I've got a secret of leadership also that I can use on somebody else. But I'm using my secret of experience, which allows me to use any tags underneath any of my traits.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I can use Survivor, Tough, Run,
Survivor, tough, definitely. Run like you're trying to evade it.
yeah. Do tactics? I don't know.
I'll give you what? Well, I'll give you one run or tactics, not in both.
Okay, so let's say run. That makes more sense to me. Would hide like try? No, I don't know. That'd be. I'm trying to think of diving behind something to hide, but I don't know if you'd give that to me or not.
What does Naomi got?
I'm looking at using Keen, basically predicting the attack and reacting.
Okay.
Keen, insightful, aware, and coiled.
By the way, Trip, I'll give you Endure under Survivor.
Okay. All right.
If you didn't already say that
So
one.
let's do 5-6 base with using that, and then I'm going to really.
You said insightful, aware, coiled.
Yep, under the Keen
Nice.
thing. Basically, knowing how Lady Blackbird fights and her abilities, predicting what was going to happen, and adjusting to get out of the way, expecting it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I've got 7 total that I'm putting. I'm adding 1 to it, so I have 7. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, you got to roll. Yep, absolutely.
Defense, 3.
See how Naomi does.
I'm going to go ahead and add 1 die in here, so that'll bring me up to 6. Not so good.
So I'd like to. I don't know if you'd let me use secretive leadership with. Never mind. I probably can't use 2.
All right. Well, let's see how she does.
Yeah.
Just so you know, she is very powerful in magic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. She got 5. All right. So she beat you guys. All right. So the lightning lashes out. Into both of you, and it does not feel good.
Nope.
You both like your body starts shaking, and then you both collapse to the ground, you are definitely worse for wear. I would say both. We don't talk about this much, but I would definitely both mark the injured box.
Okay. Yeah.
Your thing.
Okay.
On the conditions. Because unfortunately, as you might have guessed, this is not the real Lady Blackbird, who would have probably not obviously have tried to hurt you. But,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
and then she gets up again and takes off. All right, let's go back to Kale and Snow.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, next time we want to split the party in D&D, it's totally fine because we're doing it. You guys are doing it here.
Well, we couldn't exactly take Lady Blackbird with us to.
Yeah. No. I'm totally fine with splitting the party. I think it's fine.
We would have had to knock her out or capture or something.
Yeah. Oh, Victor said, Cyrus, you should have dove behind Naomi and just let her take all the lightning.
Probably.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
We're going to that location where
streams.
Yep.
All right, so well, you know right where to go now since you have the map in your head, and you're trying to not think of the other disturbing images you saw.
Yeah. I mean, I guess could we use the cat to check in on them to communicate what we're doing?
Oh, you do have Pudding the cat with you.
Yeah. I'll suggest that to Snow.
Okay. She's like, Snow was like, excellent idea. Maybe I will marry you after all. And then she asked Pudding to do that. So you guys, so Naomi and Cyrus, as you're groaning on the ground, you hear a voice in your head, hey, what's up? It's Pudding. How's everything going?
Could be better.
I think that should happen immediately when we're screaming out in pain from the electricity jolting through our bodies.
Oh, so that's what okay. Yeah. So that's what Pudding hears. So Pudding reports to Kale and Snow. I think they're either dying or having sex. I'm not sure which one.
Wow.
Maybe we should go see if everything's okay. It won't really help out too much to get this wizard or whatever, blood mage or whatever, if they're all dead.
And Pudding's like, okay, I know where they are. I can lead you there.
All right, we'll head off.
Okay, so are you? What are you and Naomi and Cyrus? What are you guys doing? Guys, if you're typing, could you mute, please? Just because we can't hear that in the stream. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she would be getting up and trying to continue the pursuit, but I don't know how much time we've lost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting up and trying to pursue, and I just say, how about a bottle of rum? Why don't we stop this foolishness and go out for drinks?
To try to lure her back? Is that what...
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good plan.
Drinks on me!
Well, so a bunch of people actually come up to you and be like, oh, great. And they're really excited. And they're swarming around you now.
I say, only if you can get her to come along.
And they say, who's her? Who are you talking about?
Nobody. And I just keep running.
Okay.
Crazy drunk man doesn't have to make sense.
Right. Actually, that's what you should say, Naomi, as I'm running off. Crazy drunk man don't need to make sense. All right, anyway. No response from Lady Blackbird, though, I assume.
Well, I'm going to say... I mean, you can do a roll if you want to see if you can still spot her. I'm going to tell you it's going to be very difficult because you guys are on the ground and she deliberately obviously tried to dash away somewhere where you wouldn't know where she went.
All right.
If you want to do a roll, you totally can. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
To see if you can maybe still pick up a trail or something. Or yeah, so I would say either some kind of perception thing if you saw a glimpse of her, or some kind of tracking type thing if you guys have any of that. You can certainly try that. I know this is probably not your forte, your characters, but
yeah. Are you able to track anything, Naomi?
Aside from keen, insightful, and aware, I mean, I could roll those three, so I'd have about 4 dice. But that's
not bad.
That's
not bad at all.
About where I'd be.
Yeah,
and given how important this would be to her, I'll go ahead and spend her remaining dice on it. So she'll add her last 3 dice on there. That'll give her 7. 5 successes.
That's good.
Oh, it's very good. Okay, cool. All right. So, well, since Naomi is so obviously ridiculously familiar with Lady Blackbird, and what she was wearing and just everything about her, yeah, you
She
do
picks
actually.
up her scent.
Well, I was actually going to say you glimpse a woman running, like dashing down an alley, and most people have no idea who it is, but you're almost certain that's Lady Blackbird you just saw.
Okay. Okay, let's see here.
Let's see here. What?
I'm just thinking of what she could. So at this point, after what happened, she wanted. Would it be feasible to get up above, like get out, start moving rooftop to rooftop, try to trail the alley and follow? Yeah, basically, at this point, I want to let her think she got away and follow by stealth.
Oh, sure, that's smart. Yeah, I mean, so I guess do some kind of, I don't know, climbing or stealthy type check.
Well, yeah, I was thinking stealthy. So
yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
That would be ex-slave, sneak, hide, and then I'm figuring run kind of comes into this.
Oh, you're running across the rooftops?
Yeah, to move quickly but quietly.
That's fine. Yeah, sure, it's cool.
And then I don't know if you want to let me toss endure in there just to keep going through the pain.
Not for this check, not endure, because it's
Okay.
more of a stealthy thing. But the rest are all good. And
Yeah,
Cyrus, what are you doing, Cyrus?
Yeah, I'm going to stay down below, but keep an eye. Clearly I see what Naomi's doing, and I'm going to continue to follow also, but also try to keep myself hidden, which I do have some decent hidden sort of skills. I have smuggler, sneak, hide, camouflage, so I have a base of 5 on that, so
Okay.
pretty decent.
So you guys do those rolls. Kale, how far away would you say you and Snow were from them in town?
I don't know. How far away were we?
No, I'm asking you.
I prefer not very far away.
Well, of course, should know that, right?
Terrible.
Okay. All right, wait. We got 2 successes for Naomi and 2 for Cyrus.
Yeah, terrible.
I could always cast a jump spell on me and Snow. We could do like a super jump.
You do have the jump spell ability, right?
Yeah, I never used it, but yeah, I got one.
Okay. Well, does Naomi have anything reroll ability for that or no?
My only reroll is for it's bodyguard. Once per session, I can reroll a failure when protecting someone.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I do have a secret of leadership where I can let somebody else re-roll, but it has to be giving them like some kind of advice or orders or setting a good example. So I don't know what I could do, to assist.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, so Naomi, you kind of spring up to the rooftops. You get up there with no problem. It's easy for you, and you do spot Lady Blackbird, but unfortunately, you hit some kind of rubble and it falls off into the alley. And she looks around and she spots you.
Okay,
and then she also sees you, Cyrus, behind her as well.
Right. Okay.
So now she's booking it even faster. And now, do you guys want to try to communicate through putting it all, the Kale and stuff, like where you guys are, what's going on? Or?
Yeah, and which way she's headed.
Yep.
Okay, so Kale, you and Snow, do you want to kind of try to cut her off like the other direction? I think Mark's might be frozen. I'm going to say, yes, they do want to do that. Oh, here he is.
Yes.
The Blackbird is taking flight.
Okay, you want to use your jump spell?
Sure. Let's take a look here.
Have you ever used that before? This is the first
Nope.
time? Oh, cool. All right, let's do it.
Jump.
Petty magic jump, and then I can use my channeling and spellcaster to boost it.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you just took channeling, right? That's going to help you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's 4 plus the base 5, so it's 5 to start with.
Yeah,
and,
see, it's cool when you get to stack all that stuff together. Oh man, you're becoming like a master sorcerer now.
Yeah, we keep using my magic a lot, so I thought it was time to invest in it.
Anybody in the chat, or you guys ever play? I think I had it for the Commodore 64, Jumpman, the old school video game. No, all right, it was a fun game.
That's fun.
What's the difficulty here?
Of Jumpman, the game? No, I'm just kidding. Here,
You'll find out. Just roll. Just kidding.
actually, I mean, yeah, depending on how well you do, I'll see how well it happens. I mean, it's not that hard, but the better you do, the more, the better
Okay, well,
results
I'll
will be.
put 1 point in it. All right. And for us to jump.
Good roll, please.
Jump.
No, wait, now I'm thinking of the Crisscross song. All right.
So 3 successes.
Wow, those are 3 ones though. Luckily, the other 3 were good.
Right.
Seriously.
All right, and you like put your hand around Snow or something. You're jumping with her around her waist.
Yep.
All right, so you guys, yeah, so you leap through the air, you soar over even higher than the buildings actually. Those two, like the 2-story building, and yeah, you're like Mario or something.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, Snow's like, what's that tune you're singing?
I don't know. It just came to me. Might catch on.
And then you land in a green plant thing. All right. So anyway, yeah. So you land, and yeah, you see actually ahead of you, Lady Blackbird's running right towards you.
Right towards me.
Yeah. So you landed. You guys landed you landed in front of her, basically. Not like immediately in front of her, but like the way she was going.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a light spell and right in front of her eyes, like a big light burst right in front of her eyes. Try to temporarily blind her.
Wow.
Temporarily.
Okay.
That's a good
Sure.
call.
All right, so that should be 5 total because with my extra magic stuff, and I'm just gonna put both my remaining dice in it.
All right, going for broke.
Pretty
Come
important.
on. Well,
Because I will get electrocuted.
it stops her. It's worth it.
Wow, 3
Well.
successes.
All right.
Hoping a little more, but at least it's 3 successes.
So you cast the light burst. It doesn't work quite as well as you were hoping. Maybe that jump spell took a little bit out of you. So you kind of like, she does react. You kind of like partially blind her at least. She kind of staggers a little bit. So it did affect her.
Okay, I'm going to be like, Snow, quick.
She all right. She like quick what? But no, she's gonna do something. Well, so actually, so 2 things. First off, Lady Blackbird is gonna again try to shoot lightning, but since you did kind of partially blind her, I'm gonna kind of inflict a bit of a penalty on this to her. So I'm gonna make it more difficult for her to hit you guys. Hang on, let me do this. Roll that. Gee, she's good at magic. So, all right, I'm gonna say.
Do you want them to roll to try to avoid? See if they get equal or better.
Okay, why don't you? You can roll to avoid.
Does she get a penalty at all, like a -1 success or something? Or
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I'll probably take at least 1 away from that.
bonus to us for success, something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm gonna. Why don't you do your avoid? I'm gonna have Snow like do an attack since she hasn't really actually got to attack yet.
So I'll use tricky, quick, tumbler, escape, or contortionist. Does either one of those count?
Escape.
Escape. I imagine, right? All right.
I think all of them should work because I really want to see you contort around a lightning bolt.
All right. So that's
Yeah.
5, and I can't. I'm all out of dice, so I can't add anything to that. So, so we just have to go with 5. Hopefully, I don't roll bad, and she's got a disadvantage.
He's going to pull a matrix. It's going to be okay.
3 successes.
Okay, cool. Let me do a thing. In the chat, Victor says Snow has that thing that blocks spellcasters. Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you, Victor. That's actually right. She has that collar thing that's how she kidnapped Lady Blackbird. She put it around her throat.
Ooh.
And that's it stopped her from doing her magic because she couldn't speak.
Yeah, maybe she can get that around her throat.
Thank you. You know what? I'm going to have Snow try to do that instead of trying to like knock her out or something. That's very smart. Thank you for reminding me. All right. So Snow hasn't done anything really. So she has some dice to spend. Might as well throw it in here, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable to me.
So I'll do one more, I guess. Here's for Snow. Ooh, she did pretty well. All right. So yeah. So all right. So the lightning lashes out. She kind of, again, Lady Blackbird kind of just almost half blindly throws it out. Kale, yeah, you do this like Matrix type twisting maneuver. Yeah, exactly. And somehow the lightning just goes through right around your like body and your legs and your crotch.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Right. So like, yeah, man, you just barely like it singes your clothes, but it doesn't actually hit you.
It was basically a hot dog roast.
And then again, luckily, because Lady Blackbird's still a little bit blinded, Snow runs up and basically gives her a nice punch to the gut, and then put the collar around her neck.
All right.
Sweet. See, we make a good team.
Yeah, Snow's like, those are some fancy moves. Maybe you can use them in the bedroom next time.
Well, you know, I do have contortionist skills.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway, so Cyrus and Naomi, what are you guys doing? So you're
trying to rush up as fast as we can, and
Naomi, are you trying to like leap down from the building now, or you might be muted, some this because we can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
Yes, I would be leaping down from the buildings to try to close to. So the collar's on. We're.
Yeah. So she's. So I'm gonna. You could basically, if you want to just try to grapple her, you can.
Yeah.
She can't do magic right now.
That's what I like to try to do, and basically like to restrain her hands to.
Okay. Because right, yeah, she's just kind of trying to like thrash around now and get away from Snow, and
yeah.
Well, 3 successes to try to
okay.
grapple.
Cyrus, you want to do a roll too?
Sure, I'll go ahead and spend my very last one.
Oh, Victor was saying knock her out, Snow. Listener's Mate says, do what? Kale lands on Lady Blackbird's boobs. Oh my, what? That didn't happen.
What? All right. I'm just going to say warrior, battle hardened, and brawl.
We have some fan fiction going on.
Exactly. And by the way, folks, all these abilities and tags and traits they're talking about, you can they actually are all up on our website, supergeekedup.com, the Lady Blackbird page for each character. If you click on them, you can see this. You can also see that at the 1/7 Design official site. They have all this stuff up there as part of their official PDF.
Yeah, so I also got a 3.
Okay, good enough for both of you. Yeah. All right, so do you guys both kind of grab one of her arms each or something? Is that what you want to do?
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and just go ahead and restrain her hands, I guess, behind her back.
All right, and she's yelling out, remove your hands from me, you peasants. I'm a lady.
And I say, my lady, you do not seem to be yourself as of late. And as a matter of fact, we think you are possessed by someone or something, and we're going to do whatever we can to get this thing out of you.
She says, well, I must have been possessed to sleep with the likes of you.
You must have been. You must have been. But you know, my lady, I want to win your heart, not some creepy, ghosty heart.
Oh, God, please. It's better to be knocked out than listen to this drivel.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, let's restrain her and go ahead and gag her too.
That
Okay.
works.
All right. Yeah. So you put a gag in her.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So, where were you two headed, Kale and Snow?
To that lead of someone who has spirit magic might be able to help us get this fix Lady Blackbird.
Mm-hmm. And is this within walking distance?
I don't know, is it? My inner voice asks myself.
Your inner voice responds from the knowledge you got from Reese that it would take a while. It's probably better if you had a horse or some kind of other transportation, some kind of steam powered transportation, perhaps, or something.
Like her ship or something else?
No. Some kind of ground, more like ground type.
It's a little far away. We probably
That's a forested area. You're not going to be able to land the airship there.
Trying to get some transportation to head over there to the forested area of Haven.
Gotcha. Like some kind of mechanical wagon or locomotive that can go on roads.
Yeah. Do they have steam-powered horses? It'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I think they do. I think they would have steam-powered horses. Steam-powered horses and carriage too.
Yeah, Victor says a steam wagon. Is that what you guys are thinking about? Kind of like a...
Yeah, I think so. All right.
Okay, now, do you imagine the carriage is pulled by these horses, or just on its own? It moves on its own by steam power.
I think it could be either way. Why don't we just go ahead and say they're actually mechanical horses, along with a steam-powered wagon, and it's just like one unit that works together. But it basically is a horse and carriage, but completely mechanical and steam-powered. I would think, though, that it'd be able to go pretty darn fast, too, in a tight situation. Like, it would go faster than a regular horse and carriage, I would think.
Yeah. In the chat, our buddy Sir Lucian just joined us. Actually, he joined us for our Fate Core game during our Roll20 Marathon, and he does his own streams. You should check him out. He says, I want a steam-powered horse.
Heck yeah!
Yeah.
Victor says a clockwork-powered bicycle. That could be cool, too.
Oh, it could be. That'd be fun.
A lot of cool steampunk stuff.
All right. Well, since I have the money bags or whatever, I'll run back with. Why don't I run with Snow or Kale, who wants to join me, and we'll run and get a mechanic. Actually, Kale, you come with me because you're the mechanics guy, and you'll be able to make sure we get a good one.
Okay.
So you guys are going to get the carriage, and then what? So Naomi and Snow, what are you guys doing, or what's Naomi doing?
I'm going to keep helping to restrain her and get her back to the ship where we can basically lock her down until we can get this dealt with.
Oh, I was thinking that we would take the mechanical carriage to the sorcerer and get this taken care of.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Well, she's got the collar on, so we're not too worried about her breaking free with magic flinging everywhere. So, all right, yeah. I was thinking, hold her on board the ship where we'd have her in a controlled space.
I agree. I'm just more concerned about leading somebody that's clearly a captive through town.
That's true.
That was kind of in my idea, It's like we could lead somebody restrained with a bag over their head. Like, what are you guys doing?
Point. All right, yeah. Let's try to get this ghost out as quickly as possible.
All right.
So are you Naomi and Snow? Are you kind of trying to keep her in the alley hidden while they do this?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Okay.
All right.
Very nice. Very smart. Yeah, that's actually smart. Because I will tell you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Anyway, we're just going to get a wagon. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, there's a place in town, where you can rent or buy wagons.
Will do. So we rent it and head back as quickly as possible.
All right. And now Kale, are you driving it?
I don't know who's better, pilot or rider. I'm not a real good pilot.
Well, it's not really piloting because it's a driving thing. But I guess it could apply. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, that much, I would say.
I think
Okay.
you should, since you're a mechanical guy. Also, just to let you know, I do, from the place that we get this from, I'm sure that they have different supplies and everything, but I just want to quickly grab some supplies and some blankets that we can toss over
As we
captive.
talk over these supplies, we feel refreshed?
In a minute, I have a place for to give you one. Yeah, I know you've been very patient.
Maybe we could be refreshed on our wagon ride into the forest.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Exactly.
Woo, the wind is so refreshing.
Yeah, you get out into nature, man. Get out of the city. All right, so you guys, the steam powered wagon pulls up like at the end of the alley. And so you got Naomi. What are you guys doing? Are you trying to put the blankets around her or something, Lady Blackbird? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, we can just wrap her. Like, if you wrap her in the blanket to where, you know, it kind of hoods her to almost like using the blanket like a shawl kind of thing to get her into the wagon so it doesn't look totally bizarre.
Well, I was thinking more like the Pancake King here, doing more like a pig in a blanket, you know, just wrap her up like a pig in a blanket,
yeah,
and stick her in the back.
I mean, the way it is right now, the wagon is pretty much blocking people's view of the alley. So
gotcha.
Going from the alley, it's pretty good. And if you, I'm going to say she's trying to kick and scream and resist. So you may want to do what you're suggesting and just wrap her
up. Just, okay, roll her up tight.
Yeah. Believe me, I don't like doing this. I don't think I'm ever going to get any again. It sucks that I got it with a ghost.
Yeah, she gives you about the nastiest look you've ever seen right before you wrap her up.
Right. Yeah, we'll just gently blindfold her too.
All right, so you toss her like inside the wagon?
Gently, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would gently carry her over and put her in the wagon.
All right, now are you so who's riding inside, who's on top, like, you know, in the driver's spot? Or like how a regular wagon would have a couple spots where people can sit on the front and then there's inside.
I definitely want to be sitting up front.
All right, so you and Kale up front?
Skills.
Sure.
And then Naomi and Snow will be in the back with her?
Yeah.
Lister's mate in the chat says, wrap her up like a burrito. Yeah, more or less.
Pretty much.
That's about right.
Can we duct tape?
Come on, you already put a gag in her mouth. Jeez, what do you guys want to do?
Jeez.
You do know this is actually Lady Blackbird's body, you know?
Yeah, right.
Don't damage her.
Yeah, why I've gone great lengths not to hurt her in the process.
Yeah, no, I know. Naomi's being very nice. Lady Blackbird's gonna be real thrilled when she's all bruised when she gets back to her.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right, so okay, so you guys are on the carriage. You got a burrito, Lady Blackbird there in the center, and all right, so you guys are heading off to the Evermist streams to find a Crodius.
Yes, and I would say that we'll be doing this with haste, but not like breakneck speed to get everybody's attention. But you know, like we're definitely moving away from town with purpose.
Okay, sure. Hey, okay, that's the refreshment scene. And folks, if you're watching, this is how they get back their dice pool, which helps them do rolls and they can spend dice pools. They go back to 7 after the refreshment scene. It's supposed to be kind of like a little bit of role play scene. I'll start inside. So Snow looks at Naomi and says, like, looks like you got a little singed.
She says, I've had worse.
I believe it.
She's, of course, going to talk to Lady Blackbird, who is probably looking furious. And says, my lady, we are going to get this fixed. I hope you can hear me.
Oh, and through the burrito, I'm just going to call it that. All you hear is...
and as for you, who is currently taken over my lady's body, I hope it's extremely painful when this magician rips you out.
It if you could understand her, which you can't really with a gag, it was probably a bunch of curse words you just heard, though.
Probably.
And the Snow says, "Well, that wasn't very ladylike." All right, let's go to the top now with Kale and Cyrus. What are you guys chatting about?
So I'm definitely keeping an eye out for anyone that might be trying to stop us or follow us. But I'm just going to break out in song and start singing things like, "Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, and oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam."
Wow, he knows all the old tunes.
Yeah, just,
I found this new tune where I was jumping. It's like do 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 do. It was very catchy.
Okay, so I started singing that with him. Do 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 do.
All right.
Yep. So we're just going to be singing and looking out for.
Don't do too much because YouTube will flag us for music.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Just don't do too much of the song at once.
Oh, I understand. No,
you're right. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. You're so amazing at it, Mark.
So yeah,
I'm surprised he's not singing any Abney Park.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yes, that would be appropriate for steampunk.
All right. In the chat, by the way, Victor says a steam-powered elephant is the only way to travel. That would be pretty cool, actually. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Listeners made saying you should play or sing Waltzy Matilda. He just did that, I know, at the Fiddlers Convention in Virginia, where he lives.
Yes. All right. Yes, I sing that too. And that might not be a bad idea if the magician that we're going to go, the sorcerer, were to ride a mechanical elephant or have like some kind of interesting traveling home that's on top of elephants or something. Just an idea.
It could be cool.
Yep. In the forest.
Could be a giant mobile turtle home. Steampunk turtle home.
That'd be cool too.
Steampunk giant turtle. Yeah. All right.
If we see a turtle with elephants riding on its back and a disc, we're not going there.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well, so you and what are you, Cal, talking about? Anything else up there for this refreshment scene?
Yeah. So was last night kind of awkward now?
He asked that of you, Cyrus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually reading a note from Anthony. Say that again, Kale. I'm sorry.
I said, so last night, kind of awkward now?
Yeah, pretty awkward. Now I'm not sure if that was excitement or ectoplasm. I really don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's go back to seeing him.
Yeah. Let's not talk about this.
All right. So,
ever again. But yeah, so
smell that refreshing air.
Yes.
All right, yeah. Everybody can go back to 7 in the dice pool, your full dice. So after a couple hours of singing,
right.
And Snow telling Naomi different stories, and Naomi probably being rather not very talkative. You guys get to the Evermist streams. It's actually quite beautiful. It's actually a nice. There are some, like streams, and rivers. There's a waterfall. There,
Nice.
It's a nice forest area. Quite idyllic.
Very nice. Very nice.
Someday when we're done with adventures, we should all move here.
Snow yells up, "Hey, you could take me here on our honeymoon."
Sounds like a plan, maybe.
Interesting. Kale and Snow sitting in a tree. KISSING.
We did a lot more than that last night, she yells up.
Whoa! Please, Snow, my virgin ears.
She's like, "Oh, yeah, right." And yeah, if you're a virgin, that goblin looks great naked.
Ooh. Touche. All right. And my pancakes are delicious.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you find a sorcerer in a forest?
Oh, I was psychically told how to find him. Let me check with my inner thoughts. Where was that again?
Let me check my inner monologue.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to say let's say you're all out of the carriage now. Kind of like standing by it. So you, yes, you can recall, thanks to Reese, that there is a hidden passage behind the waterfall.
Ooh, hidden passage behind the waterfall. So let's go.
So I arch an eyebrow up at Kale and I say, "Time to get wet again."
Folks, this is the NC-17 episode.
It really is.
Apparently.
Apparently. All right, into the waterfall.
Is somebody carrying Lady Blackbird? What are you guys doing?
I'll carry her.
Sounds good.
All right, so you can the pool of water, you can wade through it. You don't actually have to. I mean, you can swim if you want, but you can, like, it's kind of up to your waist. If you want to just wade, you can do that.
Sounds good.
So you can carry her out of the water if you want to, Naomi. You know, like sounds above good. The water is what I mean. All right, so you guys wade through there, and then you kind of see this little path, and you take it, and yeah, you walk by. Now you're on the opposite side of the waterfall. And there's this little tunnel. I mean, you can still walk through it standing up. There's a little passage. You guys.
Okay, that's good. I was afraid it was going to be like a worm tunnel, and we were going to have to like push her through like some kind of worm. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. No, it's fine. You can walk through.
All right.
I mean, Naomi, you have to kind of do sidestep through to get her through the right way.
Well, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. All right. So you walk a little bit through there. It's not that long. And then you emerge into this kind of secluded grove type area. And it's kind of surrounded almost, I don't know, kind of like by canyons or something, I guess, but it's still very pretty and forested inside of it.
As we're walking along, so Kale, do you know anything that this sorcerer likes? Can we come in offering a gift or something like that? Does
he like candy?
I don't know. I have rum.
I know anything? Any second impressions?
Yeah, so let's say Reese, since Reese has all the candy supply, and he loves Reese knew that there was one particular candy that the Crodius really loves. So you guys or the chat, tell me what that is. What is the candy? Just throw out some suggestions that he really loves.
What candies do we have on us? Because that's one of them.
No, just whatever one it is. I'm going to say you took it from Reese. You got
right,
it.
Okay, right.
Because Snow took a bunch of candy anyway.
Well, yeah, let the audience decide.
What if it's all the disgusting flavors from, like, is it the Birdie Bots?
Birdie Bots?
Jelly beans from Harry Potter, all the disgusting
okay, well, hey, Victor Snyder just put in jelly babies.
Oh, yeah.
How about we say, yeah, he loves booger-flavored jelly babies.
Oh. Well, somebody's got to like them, I guess.
Victor also says the sorcerer needs a vial of your blood.
God. Oh, God.
Well, actually, maybe we could work that in. We'll see. Chris Halley just joined us back. Yes, boy, thank you, Chris, for rejoining us.
Hey, Chris.
Listeners mate says Necrodius really loves Super Geeked Up, the channel. Oh, good. Well, he has a great taste, the sorcerer.
My God.
Thanks, listeners mate, for the shout out.
Could there be a candy called Super Geeked Up?
Oh, hey.
Super Geeked Up jelly babies.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Just as long as they're not sugar-free gummy bears.
Ugh.
Yeah, there. If you watch actually 2 Super Geeked Ups ago, we read an Amazon review for the sugar-free. What the fuck were they?
The Harborough sugar-free gummy bears.
And Somnus actually sent us this link, which was hilarious. So we actually had one of the guests read it on air, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like,
were they in tears by the end of it?
You know what? I couldn't. The audience was actually some of these people, like the Crodius and listeners, like the Crodius actually said he was in tears watching on the chat. I can't believe, but Jake, my guest co-host, he actually got through it like only once or twice, slightly breaking up. I can't believe how he did it. He read it very dramatically too, like kind of ridiculous way to read this thing. It's very funny.
Very nice.
I was laughing, and I've already read it.
It's hard not to.
Yeah. All right, so Super Geeked Up booger flavored jelly babies are what he loves. That's right. Listener's Mate says gummy bears cause poop vomit. That was in the review. Poop vomit. Yeah, very lovely.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Victor says he was in tears from laughing as well. Okay, yes. The audience was in tears. Excellent.
But the good kind.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So yes, I was going to say Snow took some of these jelly babies from Reese. Okay, so you guys have these on you.
So Kale, have you ever met the sorcerer before? Or
nope. I know of him.
Maybe we should let a beautiful woman be the one that offers this candy to him.
So Snow pipes up. Okay, Cyrus, go ahead.
Ouch. All right.
What's wrong being a beautiful woman?
Sounds like somebody charismatic then.
Well, that's not you, she says.
Oh, do you want to do it, Snow?
Well, charisma's not really my forte either, you know.
All right.
Kale's quite the charmer to the ladies, at least to me.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if this is a man or a woman, to be honest with you.
Yep. All right.
Too bad Snargle wasn't here, Snow says. He's really charming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
By the way, just I'm setting up next session as well. All of a sudden, Snargle appears from a bush behind you.
The hell did you come from?
He's like, somebody called my name.
The cat.
Right. He's like, yeah, Pudding's been telling me where you guys have been. Seems like you had quite the adventure.
Quite the adventure.
And then he grabs a couple of the jelly babies, the booger ones, and eats them. He's like, these are quite tasty.
I figured you would love these. Fantastic. Well, listen, they're not for you, Snargle. They're for the sorcerer that we're meeting.
Okay, he vomits them back up and offers them to you.
No, you eat those. You eat those.
Keep those.
Okay, he swallows them again.
Yeah, I'm sure they're great after they've marinated. All right. Anyway, fine. I take the bag and I take a few steps into the glade, and I say, "Oh, powerful sorcerer, we come here as friends, bearing these super geeked up burger flavored jelly bellies from your good friend,
Reese.
What's his name?
Reese.
From your good friend Reese."
You hear a voice boom out. Can't really tell if it's male or female necessarily. Reese, that conniving thief, he stole from me last time I saw him.
And then I say, he stole from us too!
Of course, that's all he does. I do love jelly babies, though. Did you say they're booger flavored?
They are booger flavored, and they're all for you. And I push Snargle back. I'd be like, not for you, Snargle.
Well, to prove you're worth my time, all of you must eat one of the booger flavored jelly bellies.
But that'll be less for you.
Yeah, then there'd be less for you.
Oh, I can see. There's a huge bag of them. It's fine.
Oh, jeez. All right, fine. I pop one in my mouth and chew with a grimace on my lips, trying to smile as I eat one.
All right, are you all popping one in?
Naomi will just swallow it.
All right, so I want you all to give me a roll to see how this goes down.
Can I try sleight of hand?
You can, yes, you can, because you have that ability.
I mean, you figure just down the hatch, don't chew it.
Yep.
Minimal flavor.
Can escape work with this too?
No. Unless you're trying to run away.
So use tricky, quick, sleight of hand.
Okay.
So
I figured deception would work fine. Or endure.
Yeah, well, you actually ate it, you said, right? So you're trying to
Yeah.
endure it. Yeah.
All right. So I'm
All
going
right.
to say survivor, tough, endure. How's that? Maybe?
See, I was going to go ex-slave, tough, endure.
Yeah, they're both fine. That's all fine. It's good.
All right. I'm not going to do anything extra. I'm just rolling 4.
Chris
I got it
Hanley
too.
in the chat saying, no! I think he's worried you guys are going to get it. He also says, Chris says, it was the best dramatic reading of an Amazon review ever on Super Geeked Up.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it. So we got 1 success for Naomi and 3 for Kale.
Yeah, and I rolled a 2. And I just say, I got to say, I think these are an acquired taste.
All right, so Cyrus, it tasted really damn gross, but you managed to get it down. Naomi, so you just swallowed yours, but somehow in your stomach it's causing some gastrointestinal problems. It's not feeling too good. Kale, so you try to kind of like slip it like into your sleeve probably or something, right?
yeah.
And so you try pretend to eat it, and then you hear the voice boom out. I saw that. You must be a thief just like that conniving Reese.
And I say, eat it, Kale.
He's like, now you must eat too.
Ah, but I'm a sorcerer. We're like in the magic club.
Ah, bah, your sorcery is nothing compared to mine.
Well, I'm obviously not. But I
Well,
admire your great skill. That's why we had to come here.
To try to distract, I flip one up in the air above Snargle's head, and I say, watch this. He loves them.
All right, Snargle jumps up and then catches it in the air.
Yeah.
All right, he says, well, if you don't want to eat it, then be gone.
Oh, I'll eat it. I'll eat one.
All right, and then he's waiting, or he or she is waiting for the next one.
I'll eat both too then.
All right. Okay, I'll just say yes. It's very gross.
And the rest are all for you, great wizard.
What was that?
And the rest are all for you, great wizard.
I feel like we went from Willy Wonka to Wizard of Oz.
We kind of have.
Much.
Okay. So the voice says, place them on the ground in front of you.
I do it, and I step back.
And then, poof, the bag disappears.
Impressive.
And you can hear munching sounds.
All right. Oh, great wizard. We have come to you with a problem that we're hoping you can help us fix.
Snargle needs a brain. Sorry.
Who needs the steampunk part?
Exactly. I say our companion here, unfortunately, is not acting like herself. We did recently have an encounter with ghosts that did possess some of us, including our companion. We thought that we expelled the ghost by destroying an amulet that seemed to give them their power. But unfortunately, our companion is not acting like herself at all. For one thing, she slept with me. She would never normally do that.
The voice says, well, she must indeed be possessed then.
Of course.
All right. Well, actually, folks, I guess you're going to have to wait till next time to find out because we're about out of time to end here. So we'll leave you on this cliffhanger to see if this Necrotius sorcerer or sorceress will is going to help them out and free Lady Blackbird from her possession. And by the way, folks, while we wrap up here in the chat, feel free to put some ideas there for Necrotius for next time, like if it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's a goblin, if it's a Triclops, if it's something else, some other kind of race. Always like to use your guys' suggestions because I've kind of tried to make it vague right now. And thank you very much for watching again. Lots of people in the chat today. Awesome suggestions, awesome chatting going on. I really appreciate you guys staying there, particularly some of you who the whole time you were in here for all 3 hours. Thank you guys. You rock. I hope you had fun with us. We certainly did with you. Of course, all our stuff is at supergeekedup.com, all about these shows and Super Geeked Up, which will be Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. We have our Patreon show this week. We're going to talk about best vampire movies. We actually have a poll up on Facebook. You can participate in that, which we'll talk about this Wednesday. And we're going to do some other geeky improv games like we always do. And I'll be at Dragon Con coming up over Labor Day weekend. For those of you going there, I'm super excited about that. Let's do some other quick links, trips, stuff you can find.
Sure. I have a fun steampunk web series called The League of S.T.E.A.M. You can just look it up online at the League of S.T.E.A.M. or check us out on YouTube. Just look up the League of S.T.E.A.M. channel.
And Mark's?
You find some of the stuff I'm up to over at markspile.com. And also you can get in touch with me on Twitter over at Mr. Marks.
Awesome. Samus?
Well, of course, I'm here making mischief for the Eberron crew this next Monday. They're currently fighting vampires all over a city and trying to keep Uther Irtan from murdering all the Sirens. So definitely join us for that.
Got to track down that assassin on the loose.
Yeah, lost a friend last time.
Yeah.
Oh, sure we did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so not player character, folks. Don't get too freaked out, but a non-player character was important. So yeah, Dungeons and Dragons next week for Monday nights. We'll see you for there. In the chat, Chris Ellis says, night, guys. Love you all. See you Wednesday and again next Monday. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, Chris.
Yeah.
Victor and Lister's Mate and everybody here who's still at the end, everybody who watched earlier. And if you're watching in post, of course. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything, right? So again, please just check out our site if you want to watch any of our other cool stuff. You give the video a like, subscribe on YouTube. That always helps us out. All that good stuff. And sorry, there was one last thing. I have no idea what it was. Oh, well. Oh, yes, that's right.
Send us IHOP coupons.
Oh, yes. Seriously, please send us Pancake King. Send us IHOP coupons. Dude, I would love that, man. I was actually hoping that. I mean, the email was super cool. I was hoping it was going to be a digital coupon, actually, he sent me during the show. I'd be like, yes, this rocks. Maybe next time. But also, anyway, folks, also hopefully here, I got a new computer system. I'm hoping to get back into like the open broadcasting system or XSplit or whatever it's called and try to fancy this up a little bit. Maybe start putting us on different like corners of your screen or videos and stuff and have the map in the center. Maybe I'm going to experiment with that. Try to make it a little more fancy-esque.
Cool.
Putting your Patreon dollars to work there or your drifts in this game. All right, cool. By the way, yes, if you instead of Patreon money, if you want to just send us coupons, we'll take those too. All right, that is it. Thank you very much, folks. We had a lot of fun today. Hopefully see some of you Wednesday for Super Geeked Up, and then next Monday back here for Monday Night Mayhem. Have fun adventure, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.